Hey YouTube, it's Leah, favorite mega church cult survivor, and I'm live on TikTok as well. And I'm here as usual, just exposing up the church cult's chair. As you know, I lost my boyfriend in 2007. He was unalived by the police. YouTube, I haven't yet put up the videos. I will upload everything as the days go on. It was absolutely devastating for me, and it was the reason why I actually joined a high control group, a church cult, because Jason McPherson, justice for him, was the absolute love of my life. And it absolutely broke me. And, I haven't really shared it up until this point because I was disassociated and I was trying to process and get through the grief. So now that I'm coming out of that disassociation, I'm starting to process the fact that he was unalived. So although it happened almost 20 years ago, it feels so fresh. It feels like it happened yesterday. And I am grieving. Wow, just deep in, that's how they got to you. Sorry for your loss. Oh, Z and me. See, when I tell you, yeah, you see these church cults, they're absolutely EVIR. All they care about is money. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when I got in there and I saw that it was all about money, because I used to go out with GMs, like gangsters, and I come from CCE, so child criminal exploitation. And so I had that, I didn't, same story, didn't have my dad, grew up in the hood, like the hood, it just destroys people. Oh, hey, House of Money. Girl, I'm holding up. I can't even lie to you. Guys, I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's all roses and rainbows, because it ain't. I am grieving the loss of the love of my life. And I'm going to get, for Jason, I'm going to get his life made into a film. I'm going to get a film made on my life, and I'm going to give him justice. People will remember my man's name, like, on God, bitch, like, on God. That ninja was my ride or die. Like, guys, oh my God, he was my world, man. Like, there was a gal, I don't care because people are telling me, oh, don't talk, whatever, but I'm being petty. Me not care, because if these girls want to meet up any day, we can meet up, babe. Because when I took you to South London, when that girl was popping off, you were shaking in your boots on the way on the bus. You were shaking on your boots when I went to go and line it up with that gal them in South London. You were shaking in your boots. Them gal them that look like they're on it, but then when it really comes down to the crackdown, they ain't really on it. Anyway, I was young. I was about 16 then. I don't endorse, VIOLNEC at all. I'm going to be 40 soon. So I'm just talking about my past. Anyway, sometimes, because my boyfriend unalive, but I was faithful to the end, baby. When my boyfriend was outside in these streets getting unalive by the police, your gal was at home with his mother, watching soaps and making his mum tea up in the cup. Yeah. He was out getting cake and custard to bring back to the yard I was living in with his mum. And it's not because, listen, I keep saying that my man was at his mum's yard. Let me break it down. Because I'm not going to get too much into their business, but his mum was disabled. She had a chronic illness. All right. So my baby had the money to live anywhere, any day, anyhow, anywhere, because he used to make money. He didn't want to move out of the yard because he was his mum's carer. His mum's unalive, babe. She unalived 3 years after because Jason was her life. It's a tragic story. Don't you get it? Like Sandra was his like his best friend. They were like, he loved his mum. Oh my God. And I loved the way he loved his mum. That's why I fell in love with him, because I loved it. When I first met him, I was living in a hostel. I can't remember where it was. I had to go back to the council to get moved because he said, I can't go there. It's too far from my mum. And as the time goes on, I will like reveal other stuff. But so he loved his mom, and he was in the house, and I used to care for his mom. I used to go to hospital appointments with her. I used to go shopping with her. We were so close, and we used to get on. We used to watch soaps. We used to talk all the time, and it was just perfect because me and his mom were codies. I used to go out with his mom like to all her house parties with her brethren. And Sandra was the life of the party. She used to have these raves in her house, and because she couldn't go out like that in it because she had the illness, but she was determined to live her life and still be that girl. She used to have these parties in her garden. It was so lit. It just felt like, I don't know, like it was just lit. It was lit. And his brother, his brother, we were so close, like, things have changed because, he's had a lot of losses, brother. But I love his brother. We got on so well. Do you know what I mean? I used to go and sit in the room. We used to like just bond, and he loved me. He loved me, and I loved him. Everything was perfect. Are you all right? I think his brother loved me because he loved his brother so much, and I could see why it's affected him real bad. Because the only people's opinion that I care about when it comes to Jason is his mum, his sister, and his brother, his younger brother. That was Jason's family. Those were the people I knew, and his grandmother, R.I.P., and Ferdy. And there was a next uncle. You get me? Like, these were the people I knew. These were Jason's real people. You get me? And even though I know there's things, because after someone unalives, things happen, people change, and I don't care if his brother's running around in these streets and telling me things. He's been through things. Mentally, he's struggling. But I love him. No matter what, that's my family. I don't care what state he's in, what's going on. Like, that's my family. Do you know what I mean? It's affected all of us. None of us have been the same since he passed. Haynes. Is Haynes here? None of us have been the same since he passed. Do you know what I mean, guys? I'll never be the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, I loved that guy so much, man. I was faithful to the end. He was faithful to me. He didn't cheat on me. Not one girl has come out of the woodworks, guys. He was my true love. I trusted him with my heart. Guys, please like the live, because I exposed church cults and they try and get me off. I gave him my heart and he didn't break it. He didn't. That man was faithful to me to the end. And you know what? Like, now that I've come out of the cult, guys, I ended up getting married. I got engaged to a guy after 2 months and married in under a year. And when I was in the church, I was celibate for 7 years, and I could have just been, just sold out for Jesus and never been married. And just, that's what I wanted to do. But the cults, they preach so much on like marriage and needing a husband, how it is in there. It's just bare pick-me's, man. I'm divorced now. I came to the realization that it was a cult in the pandemic, and I've started to deconstruct now. And now that I've come out, I'm just deep in everything, putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Anyway, I want to talk about this girl because she's just an absolute liar. Guys, if you're on here, like the live for me, please, so it doesn't get locked off. Guys, please. Because I expose mega church cults and they report it when I come on. And I can't have my life getting locked off, guys. I just couldn't handle it. Not today. I've come on here to, have a space. So thanks, guys. So I was very much with Jason. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what makes it so traumatic. Like, because I've been through it, it's different. It's different when you're not with the guy. There was a girl from my ends. I actually hooked her up with my boy. Now, at some point in the relationship, she started sleeping with another guy from the ends. And I was like, listen, you got to tell him. Thank you, Safia. I said, listen, you got to tell him, because that was my ninja. That was my doggy. Do you know? Because I don't care. I'm not, do you know what I mean? If you do someone dirty, I'm about the truth. I'm not a girl's girl. I'm about the truth. I'm about justice. If a girl does something wrong, I'm going to call it out. If a guy does something, that's why I'm not all like on the girl's side when it comes to babies and stuff, because I've got ninjas. Do you understand what I'm saying? Who are trying to, who the baby mom has used the kids against them. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not just like, oh yeah, I'm going with the girl's side. So anyway, she was sleeping with this guy. At the time, I just felt like she was taking my ninja for an absolute idiot. He was out in these streets, still very much in love with her, talking to me about it. So I told him, I called him up and I told him what she had done. And it's like, she's pissed with me for telling him. But bitch, I told you to tell him. You don't want to tell him. So you got, and I don't care what anyone thinks. That was my ninja. And I'm glad I did it, because he ended up unaliving. He unalived on a ped. He didn't have his helmet strapped. Do you know what this girl did? These times she was sleeping with a guy and her back blown out from some guy in West Kensington, my cousin's boy. Because I'm connected. I'm home girl. So I know everything. I remember being at her house chair and I said to her, do you love Elliot? This was before he unalived, because I was like, are you sure you want to leave him? Because Elliot was a baller. He was known in Grove. He comes from like a family that's not like, I was like, you're a rat girl. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so she said, I said to her, do you love him? She turned around and she looked at me. Official posh vibes. Hey, girl, Miss CHM in the car. She turned around and she looked at me. She said to me, no, I don't love him anymore. Fast forward a couple months later, Elliot unalives now. And I had to deal with this two-faced B, yeah. For the sake of the family, I kept my mouth shut. Do you know this girl went and got a big ass tattoo of Elliot? I don't even have a tattoo of Jason. She went and got a tattoo of Elliot. And she was at the time of his unalivement, she was getting her back blown out by this ninja in West Kent. And she got put in the family car and everything. I just wanted to grab her. I just wanted to grab her. Guys, it took everything within me to not put hands on her. And so, you know, there's a difference between fake actors that want the clout, you know, because Elliot Floppy, RIP, he was known in Grove. So it was a huge funeral. Like his brother was inside for unaliving someone or being a part of it. I think he was there because he was a big guy. It wasn't intentional, but he ended up unaliving someone. And so he was like in cuffs. It was crazy. You know, when they get let out for the day, he was huge. He was like 6'8", yeah. You see him coming in, and it was, oh guys, it was a lot. The whole of Grove was there. The whole of Elaborate Grove was there. His brother, guys, when the film gets made of my life, it's gonna be crazy. Oh, guys, I don't think you understand. Anyway, let me get into it. And this girl, her fake tears, she was just lying. So it's not every girl, when the guy unalives, that she's like, she was the wife. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was really the wife. Like, I loved this guy, man. Should I tell you how we met? Because I was going to do a video on this, and then I'll do it for like 5 more minutes, because I think people have come on my live to hear this, and then I'll go into the church cult stuff. All right, so I'm just going to bring myself out, because guys, the reason why I have to give you the context is because all of the people that I used to F with, I don't F with no more. And so what I need to do is I need to expose myself whilst telling the story, because especially if I bust and I really make it, I don't want people thinking that they can expose me, and so I'm just exposing myself. So here we go. So I was dealing with a ninja from Northwest, a real unaliver. He was in jail. He was in Wormwood Scrubs at the time. And I was holding him down in jail. Now, I'm not going to get too much into it because it's very traumatic, but basically he cheated on me, and his ex called me. Yeah. Let me just hurry this up. So long story short, he's cheating on me. He napped the ex, and basically nearly unalived her. So he got put in jail. So now so as I was supporting him like an EJA and going and looking at, you know, because you meet with their lawyers and stuff, I started seeing that like he had raped the ex, and that's what he had done to me. So when I saw it, my eyes opened, and I was like, nah, this guy's a liar. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I just started seeing all the stuff he did to the girl. So anyway, I had decided I was going to break up with him, right? Because you lot got to remember, I was a hot gal back in the day. Are you all right? Still am, but back in the day, yeah. So anyway, so I looked good because I was going to break up with him as well. So now that's all done out. I've broken up with him now. From Wormwood Scrubs, yeah, you got to walk over like a little bridge to get to White City. So I walked over the bridge, and I was walking to my girl's house because she lived in White City, but I don't chat to that bee anymore. She was a snake. So I'm walking to hers now, and the way her block is, yeah, I'll get to that. But she lives in like a block in City, and they're like big tall blocks, and then it's got all the bit in the middle. And she used to have the man them living downstairs from her, so all the guys from the block used to come, and that was like the spot, you get me, where they all used to come and chill on the block and whatever. So I remember seeing Jason. He used to drive a bike because he didn't have no license. So he used to drive a motorbike. I used to be on the motorbike, you lot. It was a real ride or unalive. It was something out of the movies. So anyway, he's on the strip now. Like, if you don't know what the strip is, in every hood there's a strip in it. Like, that's where you might get like the laundrette, the betting shop, the pub. There's usually, you know, like you get the corner shop. So that's where we have our boss. There might be a chicken shop on there or a cafe or something. So anyways, walking down there, I'm walking, yeah, and it starts to rain. And I was just like, and when I saw him, I was like, ooh, like he looks so nice, because I'd seen him around. And then I was like, oh my God, it's raining. I look like some idiot, like, and it was all like, yeah. So he was like, I think he said, hey, miss. And then I turned and I was like, you're all right. But I thought I was too nice. And it's like, I carried on walking. I was like, he called me, and I was like, you're all right. Oh my God. And then he was like to me, like, to come. And I said, because I'd walked further down the road, and I said, you come in it. And then it started raining. It started raining. Ailey. It's like the films. And then he said, I'm under the shelter. You come here, innit? And it's so significant. You know the way it was raining when we first met, and he said, you come to me, I'm under the shelter. He was my shelter. He was my shelter. He was my protector. Nobody could touch me. Jason would have unalived for me. Yeah, Miss CHM. Jason would have unalive for me. There was nothing there that Ninja wouldn't do for me. And then because he loved me real bad, and I knew he loved me, I was just riding out for him. I held him down. There was nothing I would have done for him, guys. I used to do everything for him. I risked my freedom. It's not everything I can say on the net. I risked my freedom and I risked my life for this man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there will never be anyone before or after him. That's my king. That's my babes. That's the love of my life. I don't want anyone else, guys, but Jason. I really, really don't. Like, I don't want anyone after Jason. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Like, guys, I'm just gonna be like Lauren London. I'm not gonna lie. Miss CHM, I love you, girl. I'm just gonna be like Lauren London. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got my kids. I've got 2 kids. I'm gonna be 40 soon. I'm just gonna focus on my kids. The men ain't shit anyway. It's a mess outside in these streets. I'm just lucky to have found someone. I'm lucky to have found someone and experienced true love. Do you not want to see him? Guys, his head looks so big. His head was not this big, and I don't understand why every time that I put this picture up, his head looks so massive, because my baby's head wasn't this big. Yeah, it's just that oh god, 1 second, guys, let me try, and you'll see that they'll start reporting it up because they're a bag of haters. This is they don't want me to speak my story. Anyway, if it gets lock off, it's all right, because I haven't had a lock off from this account for a while. This is my man. This is Jason Biggs. YouTube, I've shown you before. He was the absolute love of my life. You can see hot gal, because I'm not ready. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. This is just me. I just put on my bonnet. This was my man. This is Biggs from White City. R.I.P. Justice for Jason McPherson. You can see it, guys. You can see how much we loved each other. This was just the first picture. How devastating. How devastating do you think this was for me? Thanks for the follow. How devastating do you think this was? I was 19. I met this guy when he was 18. When I was 18, he was my first love. Do you see the kindness in this man's eyes? Can you see how good he was? Can you see the goodness? And he was profiled by the police. Do you understand what I'm saying? He was profiled by the police because he had previous. Some feds unalived mine at 17. Oh, Christina, please message me. I want to start a community of women, like, because you know what it is, Christina. You see, like, when your boyfriend unalives, yeah, and like you're not like married, or you know, like they don't understand, and we just don't get no support. There's no recognition, like nothing on the headstone. Like we have to really like, and we never get the support. We have to like grieve ourselves. We never really get the support from the family, like, because you know when someone unalives, it's like they want to keep their own memory. You know, they have regrets. They carry guilt. And I think it's projection, you know, because we love them so much. Do you get what I'm saying? So, Christina, I've followed you. If you could message me, that would be really amazing. Because, yeah, it's all projection, Christina. Do you get what I'm saying? It's all projection. And, you know, I've just had to decide that, you know, it's not like me and the family are on bad terms, but I know they're struggling with, I don't think they understand why I'm out here doing this, but I don't care. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real. You know, when Jason was alive, the people that showed up now that are saying to me, why am I sharing this? You weren't there, bitch, when he was alive. When Jason was alive, it was me, his mum and Sandra and his brother and Samantha. Those are the only people I knew when Jason was alive. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, so anyone else could like, because this is sensitive. Thank you, my love. Thanks for your condolences. Because this is a sensitive life, I'm not going to say more than that. But if people want to tell me what I can and cannot share and have my name in their mouth, I'll be talking about why they weren't doing things for Jason and his mum. That's all I'm going to do up. So I just hope that people keep my name out of his mouth, because I remember it like it was yesterday. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And Sandra was my best friend. Anyone who really knew Sandra will know me, bitch, because anyone who really knew Sandra was there for her through her chronic illness. When everybody went and left Sandra, left her for unalivement when she got unwell, yeah? Sandra told me all about it. There were certain friends that stayed with her. There were certain people that rid through it. If you weren't there for Sandra when she got unwell, and you weren't there for Jason to support him through what his mum went through, then don't come and chat to me. Don't come and chat to me. Don't come. Were the family there? Were you there when Sandra got sick? Because when I used to go and visit her, there weren't no family there, my love. Do you understand what I'm saying? It was just her mum that used to live on the other side of the city. R.I.P. You know, Jason's grandmother was absolutely beautiful and she absolutely loved me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So those are the only people's opinions that I care about. And most of the people are unalived. So I don't need to seek permission or whatever from anybody, because guess what? The closest people after the people that have unalived and are no longer with us, RIP, they're not here. The next closest person was myself. And I don't need to prove nothing to nobody anywhere any day. Because if people come out and contest it, I swear to God, I'll sit down on this big worldwide internet and I'll sit down and talk about all his trauma that he cried in my arms about. I will sit here and expose all the family, expose everybody that thinks that they were tight and this, that, and the third, because I don't have time for it. Oh, yours was in 2009. Mine was in 2007, girl. I'm not here to play games. Do you know what I mean, Christina? Because we were the ones that were getting our backs blown out from them. We were the ones that we were the last ones that they spoke to. Girl, do you know that when my boyfriend unalived, I was the last person to speak to him on the phone? I was sitting in the yard watching EastEnders with his mum, drinking tea. Yeah? And we called him and I said, baby, don't forget to bring the cake and custard. I love you. That was the last thing I said on the phone to him. Do you understand what I'm saying, Christina? So because we don't have no regrets, because we loved our man. It's other people surrounding them that had regrets and then they want to project onto us. Do you know what I'm saying? I was the one, when we heard the police unaliving my boyfriend down the phone, not the family. It was me and his mother. I was his wife. I was the one in the car driving around looking for Jason because we knew the police were unaliving him. We were looking everywhere, driving around like headless chickens. Then we got the call. Did we get the call or did they come to the yard? I think we got the call to come to the hospital. It's all a blur. Then I go to St. Mary's Hospital. It was me and his mother, you know. Queen Lucia in the car. It was me and his mother, nobody else. Because do you know what? It was only me and Jason's mom that was really there for him, and Tyrone. Do you understand what I'm saying? And like, oh, please, let's not do that up, babes. Let's not do that up. 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 And his brother. Thank you, my love. His brother. Like him and his brother. Oh, he loved his brother. He loved his brother so much. Jason loved his brother. And so do I. If you see this, I don't understand why it has to be like this with us. Because Jason would not have wanted this, and you know it. You know Jason wouldn't have wanted this. And his little brother is like, he was there. Because Jason was on the road so much, and I was in the house. I was living in the house. So I used to spend a lot of time with his brother, because his brother's the same age as me. But Jason was older than me, because Jason was 25. So his brother's the same age as me. And I used to go and sit in his room. And we used to bond. And we used to have deep conversations. I used to try and talk to him. Thank you, babe. Oh my God. Jason loved his younger brother. And I feel like I should have looked after him. Like I should have, because I just was in this cold. And I wish that I could have been there for him in particular. If I feel like I've let anyone down, it's him. And he probably doesn't even feel the same. Like, why did she feel like that idiot? Yeah, whatever, bitch. That's how I feel. That's why when I heard he was angry and saying all this stuff, I said, bitch, like, if we meet, we meet. Whatever he needs to do, if he needs to put hands on me, if he needs to, whatever he needs to do to just get it out. Just get it out. Just get out whatever it is that you got against me. Like, let's just get it out. Do you get what I'm saying? And then, like, we can move on. We can move on. Because out of everyone, I don't care about anyone else. I just care about his brother. Like out of everybody, he's the one that I care the most about. Is his little brother. Because Jason loved him. He was his world. It's Jason's mom, Sandra, and his younger brother. Oh my God. He was the proper provider. He really looked after his mom and his brother. He was like a they don't make them like that anymore. Queen Elites, they don't these man them, they're not built like they're not built like these gangsters anymore, man. All they care about is coochie and Uggs, you know, like Central C, these fake, you know what I mean, like commercial gangsters. Like it's just oh, Christina, I can't imagine what it was like going through at 17, bitch. Like, because I know a girl that went through it at that age, but as I said, she was sleeping with the guy from West Kensington, so she can't ever carry on the legacy. She's got a tattoo. She's just a 304, fake as hell. She's got a tattoo of Elliot on her back, yeah, and she was sleeping with this guy from West Kensington. I don't care, babe. We can meet up. Do you know what I mean? Like anytime, if you want to meet up, we can meet up, babe. Because I don't f with you. Do you know what I'm saying? But I just feel sorry for them because a lot of them have had a lot of dysfunctional upbringings. All of them gal them that I was sorry, guys. I don't know if any of this is making sense. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just all over the place. Because you know what's happened? Like, this is what I need you to get, and then I'm going to get into the cult stuff. Like, because I basically come on here. I'm an activist. I was moving. I had a friendship group, and my best friend was from White City. That's how I met Jason, because that was her block, and his boy used to live downstairs from her. And thanks for the gifts, babe. She just turned out to be a snake, like an absolute 304. Back, you know what? Hey Layla, she was just a snake. She was jealous of me. You know them gal there that want to live in your skin. Like, I get a tattoo on my back, she gets a tattoo on my back. I get a bob, she gets a bob. You know what I mean? Like, if this girl could have actually lived in my skin and become me, she would have done that. Yeah, in it, Christina. Do you get what I'm saying? And she was just a hater. So why was I talking about it? Yeah, so anyway, I got a friendship group. We all went to school together. That's what I forgot the other day. We all went to school together. But what it was is she was from White City and her older sister was attending the school that we went to. So she already had her set. I had my people that I knew. There was a girl that lived down the road from me. She just didn't know those people like that. She met them through school. I knew these bitches from the hood, like from my bits, because she weren't from Grove. Her and this other girl that I'm telling you about, they weren't from Grove. I introduced them to Labrador Grove, chair. So anyway, it was my friends, and it was like they all knew each other mainly through me, right? So when my boyfriend unalived and whatever, this girl left me for unalivement, stabbed me in my, my back, started chatting my name behind my back, turned the whole group against me because she was chatting everyone and gossiping everybody in the group. So I had a really toxic friendship group that was just absolute haters. This girl wanted to be me. She was an identity theft. Because, like, I'm like the Beyonce of the group, and I don't try. There's like a Beyonce of the group. There's a Kelly Rowland. There's a Michelle. She was like the Michelle of the group. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, nothing special, just whatever. So I was the Beyonce of the group, and that's just the truth. And I have to give you the raw truth so you understand. Hello, you just came up on my FYP. Hey, Taya. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, just haters. So anyway, she wanted to be the Beyonce of the group. She wanted to be this, that, and the third. So she pushed me out. She started talking against me behind my back. And she's very smart. She's a very intelligent girl, and the rest of them are not as smart as her. So she knew what she was doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she's the mastermind of it all. And they all turned against me and then started like acting like I was the problem in the group. And now I've left the group like that. Like, I'm not the problem. But you lot sit there and gossip about each other all day. And they're a friendship group. And then two of them are like, there's like two that are closer, two that are when I tell you this girl from White City, yeah, let's like, oh my God. And if I say her name, she's so bait that once I expose her, that's it. She must be sitting on the edge of her seat shaking, especially with her baby daddy, because that whole relationship's a lie. That whole relationship's a lie. She lied to her baby daddy from the beginning. Yeah, it is. She's definitely a narcissist, my love. She lied to him from the beginning. I was with her on the day, because the reason why her baby daddy even spoke to her was because I was with her on that day, and his boy that's unalive now, R.I.P. Thank you, Taya. He was the one who stopped for me because of my astounding beauty, because she's got body but not face. So guys do stop for her because of the back off and whatever. But do you not remember the word back off? Do you not still use back off? Guys, time stopped for me in 2007, so my slang is crazy. So do you not remember back off? Are you all right? Christina, back off. So I don't have no back off in it. I was just giving model vibes, but it didn't matter because in the 2000s, it was video vixens were in. You know, it was about the Aaliyahs, the Stacey Dashes, the Megan Goods. It was just about face card, timeless beauty. So I was in the peak of my era. All the hood royal guys, like from those days, like I was a hot girl in it. Like I'm known outside in these streets. I weren't sleeping with all the guys, but I was a hot girl and a celeb. So we didn't have the social media. But if we had the social media, I would have been that girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's all you need to know outside. But if we had social media, I would have been unalived because I was just dealing with all the ops. But I couldn't say no. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I was dealing with this guy, do you know what I mean, from like Church Road, but then it's like the South Killy guys wanted to be on it. Woo! Do you know what I mean? Like I was effing with the green man, but then I was effing with the bridge man. Oh God, how I survived, guys. It's only the Lord God knows, the Lord Jesus Christ. So by the time I came to the cult, I was like, oh my God, the Lord saved me. I should have been dead, sleeping in my bed, but God blessed me to see another day. Even when I did wrong, He was still there. Don't you know that God still hears a sinner's prayer? Don't you know that God still hears a sinner's prayer? Jason had the best of everything, baby, including his wife. Including his blood clot. Do you know how much of a boss and a king you have to be to hold down a girl like me, a lioness, and to keep me satisfied in the bedroom area? Oh my God, yeah. This ninja, this I didn't have to go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, are you all right? Oh my God, I wasn't even looking upon any man. I was out here screaming, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Thank you, Shan. My man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Thank you, Venus. Guys, I want to talk about him a little bit. Oh, I didn't even come on here. I wanted to talk about. I'm piecing everything together. Last night, I don't know. God knows what time I went to sleep. Yeah, do you go studio, girl? Because I'm on that. So yesterday I didn't get any sleep. I've just been up thinking about him, crying about him. I can't eat, I can't sleep. It's all part of Christina. We need to hook up. Christina, you need to message me, babe. You need to message me, girl. But I'll always be coming with my Cody because there's a person that I ride with, like we're Codys. So if she can come, then that's fine. Because I don't really step out without that individual. You're one strong being. Thanks, my love. So I'm sitting there because obviously because of the trauma, I disassociated and I cut everything out. Thanks for the follow, that girl. So I'm sitting there yesterday, I'm racking my brain because that's why I was telling you about the snakes. I absolutely love you, Alita. Everyone struggled to sleep last night. Yeah, I could not sleep, but there's something going on in it spiritually as well because I know your work. So I'm thinking, how did I meet him? But because all my brethrens from before are snakes. So I don't want to chat to them. Do you get what I'm saying? Even if it means I'll never remember again, like that's just what it is, isn't it? Like I'll just take that L, bitch. Do you get what I'm saying? As time goes on, I'll remember, chair. So I was sitting there and I was thinking, where was I for our first date? Why can't I remember? Guys, as I was sitting there thinking, trying to remember, I got a flashback of I was in his bedroom. He was laying on the bed. He pulled up his tracksuit and he showed me the tag on his leg. And I remembered he was on tag. It came rushing back. All right, I'll message you straight after this. It all came rushing back to me. He had just done a sentence. He had just got released. He'd just done a bird. That's why when people are coming and having chat for me, please sit this one out. Please. Because Jason had just finished doing a long bird. He had come out. He was getting his life back together. And if I hadn't showed him that love, he wouldn't have had much to show for, like in terms of his life. So they let him out early and he was on the tag, when they put him on the tag. So I remember that day we met on the front line. I think he must have called me that evening or something. I haven't remembered all of it. I need to go back, but I remember he got me a cab to his house, and I was talking to my mum, because my mum's such a G, man. She was up speaking to me at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember, but I just remember you were going out late and the cab was there, and I was concerned, like, where are you going?" And I remember going to his yard, and I remember speaking to my girl, and I was like, "Oh my God, he's invited me to his yard." Like, that's a really big thing, with the GMs, like when they invite you to the yard. Where's Christina? Christina, when they invite you to the yard and you're all gassed up, like, "Oh my God, it's only wines." Yeah. And I remember creeping in the house because it was late, because his brother lived there. That was Christina, and his mom was in the house in the yard as well. I didn't let him blow out the back. I didn't because at that point it was like I wanted to be wifey, and he was close to the ends, bitch. Like, I was from Ladbroke Grove. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't human fecal matter in your own ends, man. That's just foolishness. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was playing it by the book. I was playing it. Oh, yeah, I still love him, girl. Just like you. I was playing it by the book. I was playing so hard to get chat. And I remember we just spoke for hours. And I remember when I was on the phone to him and he was like, come to my yard. I said, "I'm not coming to your yard," because I was probably like, because I had just come from my stint in South London as well. You lot don't even know about the South London. I haven't even spoken to you about South London. My girl, her man unalived someone, yeah, when she was like 15 years old. Guys, my life's been a film. It's just crazy. It's just a lot. So I had come from South London. I thought I was bad. Is that where you're from? So the South London that I was moving in, because during like my and that's what makes me different from them gal there that I used to move with in West, because there's no real gal them in West London. The West London gal them are just that they're fake. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a few, you'll find a few, but most of the gal them in West London, they're just 304s. Do you know what I mean? They're there for a good time, to take out to the club, and but I was a real hitter. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, Queen Ange. So them gal them, they're not built like me, because I survived South London. Back in the day, like, I was coming to South and saying blood, and people were laughing at me, but it wasn't funny, because I was willing to rock it out with the man them, and they were laughing like, "This girl from West, like, she thinks she's bad." Like when I would be trying to, like, what do you want to, get me? Like, would really try to like line it up, and these man them are laughing at me, chat. But they're like, "You got heart though. I've never met a girl like you from West." So my fame in South London, babe, it spread because of me, not because I was with a man or because I was, sucking on the banana. You get me? It was because I was just real to the core. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not known in, like, my association and affiliation with South London is not because of a man. It is because of a man, though, actually, because I got all my exes off of South London, chair. But my point is, my main affiliation and association with South London is my girl. Even though we're not on good terms at the moment, it doesn't matter, because she's my bitch and we're going through something. So in the future, we will come back together. She's my family. She's my girl. She's my doggy. We've both just had so much trauma growing up. There's been so much trauma. We just need this time apart, but we will come back together. She is my absolute dog. And that's how I know South London. I don't know about you 304's, chair. So that's why I was different. Do you know what I mean? So by the time I came to meet Jason, because he was a real, do you get what I'm saying? Like, he was a real, let me tell you what happened. Yeah, I remember we were driving back, yeah, like we were on, because in Bush, this film's gonna be crazy, because there's this road in Bush, it's called Loftus Road, yeah, it's a long road. Then you got the market, you got Ochi, you got all of the shops. It's like a long strip. It's mad. You got Nando's on it. That's where all the drive-bys and that are, like where people got, like, it's crazy, yeah. So even when you're walking down Loftus Road, you're risking your life. Well, back in the day anyway, in the 2000s, everybody was getting, you get me? Oh, you got the school run. All right, my love. I'll message you after. I'll phone you. It will be nice to catch up. Love you too. So we're driving now, yeah, because he used to drive his mum's car. All right then. Thanks, my love. He used to drive his mum's car, and then he had his bike in it because he didn't have a license. So anyway, we're driving. We're on Loftus Road, yeah. And he starts chatting about like his prison days, because everything's coming back to me now, because I just remember I didn't realize how connected he was, so I can't even remember like the timeline of this year. But he starts talking about gigs, innit, because gigs did a tune for him, innit. Guys, I'm not gonna what I will say is, one guy that was my ninja is part of Gig Set, innit. Look, it's all coming out now. So when he said that he knew gigs, like he was in jail, and I'm not mentioning gigs to like clout chase or whatever, because like I just know ninjas outside in these streets. I don't need to clout chase, and do you know what I mean? That's not a bit of me, bitch. So anyway, like he told me that he was in jail with him and that's how they knew each other, in it, because he did a tune for him, and they were so close. They loved each other, man. He was always talking about him, like they had a really they had a close relationship. Anyway, they did their time together, innit? And then I remember when he was in the car now, he wanted to know like about the guys that I'd been with, yeah. So obviously I had this bait relationship with the main GM from my ends, yeah. And that's what made it a bit mad, because people who are from London and they know about these streets, thanks for the follow, Steph. I'm from a place called Ladbroke Grove, W10, and he was from a place called White City, that's Shepherd's Bush. And I'm only going to use Central C and Digger D so that you understand, like, there's historic beef. It's not just in the music, like we've been beefing since like the 90s. So I could walk in these streets in White City, like in Bush, like nobody couldn't tell me nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? That's because of who Biggs was outside in these streets, yeah. So anyway, I'm in the car, yeah. And so he's talking about like his jail days, like, because he used to tell me stories like when he was in jail and stuff. And like obviously like he told me about like him and Giggs being in prison and stuff. And then I told him about my ex. And then he was like, he was talking in the car and he was like, oh yeah, when I was in jail, he was like, because I think I told him I could sing or something. I can't remember. I think I told him I could sing, and he was like, oh yeah. He's like, I'll never forget. There was this guy that he was in jail with, and he was about 6 foot something, big youth. And he said he used to have a voice, he could sing. But I remember I was dealing with this guy at the time from a certain area. I'm not going to say where. And I remember that he used to sing to me, innit? Like, because he had this voice and he was just like this big giant, but he could sing like proper good voice, like, you know, like the 90s. So he used to sing to me, and that he was SEXY, but he was messy, yeah. That ninja was messy. He just had too much gal. Imagine I come to this ninja's yard, yeah. The first time I come to this ninja's yard, and it was like an au pair, like a nanny that was looking after like his kids. I don't even know, some kids in the yard, whatever. This girl tried to rock it out with me because I just came to the yard. I just came. She must have liked him or been blowing out his back or whatever. I said to him, listen, yeah. Because when gal tried to come for me, I just stand there because I'm just like, you know, I'm going to give you like 1 second, babes, like, because it's going to get real messy in a second, chair. And then he had to like close the door, like trap this girl. She was just hating because I just came. Like, do you know what I mean? It was mad. Are you all right? He must have been tapping it. So he was just toxic. Anyway, I was seeing him for a bit, but what happened was his baby mother had just given birth to a youth. And I didn't know about it. And she called me like, oh, baby's only 2 months, you know, these pick me. So I was like, it's all right, you can have him. Because I didn't want him like that. It was just, you know, I don't know. He was big, like in the club. He was reminding me of my ex, and he had the same name as my ex, and he had like all the jewels. You know, like you got to remember back then it was like America, you know, like, hey, Miss Kiko, it was like America. And this guy he was giving like American rapper, like Suge Knight vibes. You know what? I loved Suge Knight. I had a big crush on Suge. Was my type. So back in the day, those are the type of mandem that I was going for. Suge Knight and Biggie. That was my type. So these are the type of mandem that I was attracting, that level, like the real gangsters. So, anyway, why was I telling you this? So anyway, I done my thing with that guy, innit? Hey, Miss Kiko, he wanted me to be my girl. He to be his girl. He was running around in these Brixton streets telling everybody that we were together and all this. So don't ever get it twisted. Like, any man that gets with this wants to claim it. Don't ever get it. It's when I don't want to claim them. Don't ever get it twisted in these streets, baby. Because any man that hits this will go ahead and brag. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is on period point blank. So I can't deal with everyone. So anyway, I'm just giving you the background. But we had some good times though. I'm not gonna lie, because back then he was affiliated with a certain set, and he was taking me out like to all of the, you know, like the raves in his hood and whatever, and you know, it was a lot. So anyway, I knew him in it. We did our thing for a couple of months, and then I locked him off because he was just a player, and I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to be rocking it out with gal them in there. I don't fight over man. I ain't got time for that. Do you know what I mean? Why am I finding out about it? Because if I'm the main chick, because all my guys, I knew that they would cheat or whatever, because they were like, you know, hood celebs. That's why Jason was different. He didn't do it. Oh my God, Jason was so different, man. And he was so clean. Like, he didn't like, you know, I couldn't imagine him out there like blowing up the backs of bare gal and that. My man was a hood clean ninja. Are you all right? He was brought up well, raised good and proper. Sandra, are you all right? That guy knew how to wash and clean his skin. He knew how to brush his teeth. He was fresh and clean. Had so much manners. Such a good youth, man. Sandra raised a good man. Sandra raised a good man. So anyway, so we're driving now, and he tells me about this guy, innit? I nearly said the name. He tells me about this guy, and he was like, oh yeah, I was in jail with him, and he used to sing, and I was like, oh, is his name, let's say his name's Bob. I was like, oh, is his name Bob? Because I knew at this point he'd mentioned gigs, and then he mentioned this guy, and I was like, oh, he's connected. He's connected in these streets. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, it did turn me on as well, because the guys I was dealing with was real unalivers outside in these streets. Like, these guys were real, like, you know, like they were someones outside in these streets. So it was turning me on more when I was I was piecing the puzzles. I was thinking, oh, you're connected outside in these streets. So it was like I'd hit the jackpot. That's what I felt like. Like I'd met the love of my life, because I always wanted to like get my top shot guy, like give him his first son. And it got to the point, guys, where just before he unalived, like it was maybe like, I think like a month or two, we'd been trying for a baby. My mum had always said, Leah, you know, if you don't have a baby young, because it can either make or break you, make sure you have a baby for the right person. Thanks, Queen Elites. And I always held that on. That's why I didn't have a baby, even up till, you know, because in the hood, that's late, not having a baby, you know, like at 18, 19, like usually people get pregnant at 15, 16. They usually have a youth for their first love. You get me? And I've disassociated. I remember us sitting down and having that conversation, and I said to him, oh, I think I'm going to come off the pill now. And we were trying for a couple of months, you know. But unfortunately, I didn't get pregnant. Unfortunately. And I went to the clinic, and I had to go and do a pregnancy test, and I wasn't pregnant. And Jason didn't have any kids. And I did carry that guilt as well when I left, you know, like that I didn't give him a baby, and you know, I had that trauma that I carried, because do you see how devastating, guys? You see, for people that go through this, they're really never the same again. Like, people go mad, they end up on hard food. I just don't feel like anyone can have any chat for me. People forgot. Almost 20 years later, people forgot. Jason was here, he'd be turning in his grave. Jason would be turning in his grave by the way I've been treated throughout this. And I know, like, in his last moments, I know I was like on his mind, because like it wasn't like a normal love. It wasn't like I don't know. He was my twin, man. He wasn't even my soulmate. He was my twin. I was the female version of him. That's why when the family like come out of this and they really sit back, they're just it's just Jason. I'm just Jason, hot-headed. I won't listen to no one. I'm doing what I'm doing. And his mum, actually, because I haven't even grieved the loss of Sandra, his mum. That's going to be very hard for me because I need to process them one at a time because it's a lot. I'm just like Sandra as well, because Sandra was a gangster. Sandra was a gangster. Sandra was a gangster, yeah. That's why Jason was like that. Sandra was a real gangster. That's why I think we got on, because we were the same. It's like I think I reminded him of his mum, and he loved his mum so much. You know, when you remind them of the mum, that's it. If a ninja really loves his mum and you remind him of your mum, oh, did you know him? Did you know him, Terry? Because Jason was loved, you know. He was really loved. Like, he was loved by the whitey man there. He was loved by the black man there. Everyone loved Jason. Everyone loved Jason. He was so loved. But Terry, I want you to know that he had a good girl. He had a good girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, he had a good girl. Like, I'm still screaming, my man, my man, my man. 20 years later, that's how much of a good person he was. Oh my God, sometimes I just feel like on some days, like, you know, I don't know, but I just need to give myself time, like, you know, to grieve this. I need to give myself time. Nothing matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing. Terry, how do you know him? That's it. Oh my God. Especially like people who come on who know Jason, yeah, they understand why I'm this sad, because they like actually knew him. Like, they know how much of a lovely guy he was, and I know like it's triggering for the family because Jason was such an angel, and his mom. But I can't. If I don't have a support space to come on here and cry, guys, I'm gonna lose it. He was my best friend's brother. Oh. Oh, he was my best friend. Oh, so you know the younger brother. Babe, if you speak to the younger brother, please, because you can see real, recognize real. And I know he's been through a lot. You know, he's been through a lot. And everybody knows. I'm not going to talk too much on, yeah, Ty. I'm not going to talk. Do you know what? I can't talk about him today, because if I talk about him today, I'm just going to get too sad. I'm just going to get too sad. But I know deep down inside the reason that he's like that towards me is because I know, like, we were really close. Thank you, Victoria. Because Terry, we're actually the same age. Thanks for the follow, Eve. We're actually the same age. I'm gonna be 39 in January. Jason was actually I think he was like 7 years older than me or something. So me and his brother were actually in the same year. Do you understand? So I used to go and sit in his room, and we used to talk, and we used to bond together, and he loved me. I loved him so much. Like, he loved his brother. He like, Jason loved him. That's why I felt bad, like, that I abandoned him. Like, I felt like I should have, like, you know, like, held it down for him. I don't know, because he loved that guy so much. He looked out for him. Like, I remember Jason used to love trainers, yeah. And he used to go to the shop in Bush. I don't know if it's still there, but they used to have this trainer shop, like, where you could get your trainers customized, and they used to put like crystals on them, because back in the day that was a thing that they used to do. And every time he used to get trainers, he used to get his brother trainers. Every time he used to get something for himself, he would get Tyrone. Do you get it? Like, he looked after his little bro, man. He looked after him. He looked after him, man. Like, he was such a good youth. He was such a good youth. He was such a man. Jason was such a man, you know. He had to grow up fast. Jason had to grow up fast. So that's why when people are coming and talking shit, it's like, babes, like, get the F out of there, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he had a hard life and I brought him a little bit of joy in his last days. Like, piss off. Like, I don't care who you are, bro. I don't care what association. I don't, me not care. Because as I said to you, when Jason was alive, it was me and Jason and Sandra. There weren't nobody else there. And his brother and his sister. Yeah? Those are the only people that I knew. So please don't be coming and having chat for me and wanting to like now come and dictate and tell me what I can and cannot do after I was with that guy 24. So like, come on, man, get the out of there. Are you all right? People that are coming now screaming Jason, Jason, Jason. When Jason was alive, he wouldn't choose them. He wouldn't shit on them. And now you want to be coming and acting like you're Janabi. It doesn't go on like that. That's not how it's gonna happen. Especially if you know you wasn't there for him. Just shut your mouth. Why are you coming and giving? You know, because people don't know me. There's a reason this ninja fell in love with me. I'm real to the core. I'm like, he was the male version of me and I was the female version of him. Like, Biggsy will tell you what he thinks about you to your face. He doesn't care. He don't care. Real to the core, real. And there was just something about him. Like, he was just such a listener. Like, you know, he just sit there and just listen. He was so kind. And it upsets me because I'm trying to remember his voice, like hear his voice. And because the phone that he gave me, I gave to my pastor. I'd ended up joining this cult. I think this morning do you know what, guys? Collective, can you let me know how you're feeling about this? Because I do usually come on, thanks for the follow. I do usually come on and speak about, you know, church cult stuff, but I'm really trying to process his unalivement, guys. And thanks for the follow. I just want to make sure that the collective are all right because, you know, like, obviously I usually do the cult stuff. Can you just let me know that you're all right? But I've done a lot of content, guys. Do you remember before I started speaking out, I was saying I don't know why I'm feeling like doing all these contents and all this live, but it makes sense now because I think within it's like my subconscious or whatever knew that this time was going to come where I was going to be needing to grieve and speak about this a lot. So there's a lot of content on my YouTube channel, a lot of content. I got playlists on there, a Lori in the car. Guys, I even feel sick. I'm not well at the moment as well, you can see, but I'm struggling to not throw up because when I think about how dirty they did my man, it makes me feel physically sick. Grief is bloody hard to deal with. Oh, I love you, Haynes. Take your time to unpack and release. Do you know what? I just want to say to the collective that I absolutely love you guys. I don't think I would be here if I didn't have the collective. I'll just keep it real. Another thing I want to say is that, you know, I've been holding the space for over a year now. Love you, Kiko. And now it's come to a time where the collective has had to hold the space for me. And I've never had anyone ride out for me the way my collective ride out for me. Like the same energy, you know. And that's why I said, guys, like when I make it, there's no new friends. It's just the collective. Like, you lot are my people. You lot are my people. You know, like when they make the music videos and it's like their sets there and their gang or whatever, it's going to be the collective. Because you lot are the ones who held me down. And I want you to know that this is so beautiful because Jason was really the man that triggered that awakening in me like almost 20 years ago. Love you, Ange. And how beautiful is it, guys, that it's come all full circle. And now I've come to the realization that he is and was my first and last love. I will not. Wait a minute. Is that... Okay. Is that my Biggs? Is that the other Biggs? Darren Biggs. Is that my Biggs from South London? Is that my ninja? Is that you? Or is that a different Biggs? Or is that my ninja from South? Is that you, bro? I feel like you would have come in and said something there. Thanks for the follow, bro. Hey, babe girl. I don't want no man. I'm done. I found the love of my life. Do you know what I mean? Hey, my love. I found the love of my life. I'm just going to dedicate my life to the collective. and helping the young guys, helping getting the guys off the roads. Like, that's what I wanted to do in the beginning, and that's his legacy. Like, you know, like, I'm like this princess. Like, I help all these guys on the roads and in gangs, and that's my legacy to Jason. They asked my story. Told them my boyfriend got unalived. They have to put respect on my name. There's like a street code thing. That's why I said to you lot, like, I don't care about these fake gangsters saying that they're gangsters in the church. I don't care about you. You're fake as hell. Like, the man them that are real to the core, like the real ones, the real G's, they will ride out for me any day of the week because they understand, like, the street code. They understand what a girl like me represents. They understand the diamond in the rough, the rose that grew out of the barbed wire concrete. They see the value in me. They see the value, they feel it because they were that. And their worst nightmare, which they feared would come upon them, actually happened in my world and in my life, and they respect it. And they look after me. They look after me. The streets love me, man. I'm the Princess Diana of the hood. That's what I am. That's what I am, man. No, the love of my life is gone, guys. Guys, he's gone. And I don't know what to do. I feel helpless. I feel so helpless. This is why I said, guys, I can't come on there everybody because I'll just be sitting there bawling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually too much. Like, I just feel like the pain of this, the pain. And then I know, like, I am quite expressive and dramatic as well, guys. They've all been thinking that I'm acting the church cult that I've been exposing. I know I am dramatic. But I just feel like, you know, like, this is just so bad because it's like Jason. Everybody who knew me back then, they all knew how much I loved him, man. It was just, guys, it was so devastating. Like, everybody knew. Just, I don't know when I just want to be able to just work through the trauma. I want to, like, remember everything, and I want to understand. I want to understand, like, why they took him, and I want to understand why his friends were snitches. Johnny from White City is a rat. Johnny from White City is a rat. He's a snitch. He snitched on Jason. I know he did. He was a snitch, man. They were talking to the police. Johnny, they were talking to the police. That's why the police knew where he was. That's why the police, Johnny from White City, Johnny aren't unalive in these streets. I don't care. Like, come and find me, bitch. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because I will unalive in these streets. I don't care. Because like I've got my kids. That's the only thing I think about. But I got a good family, bitch. Like, you know, and I don't care. Like, I'm not out here. Like life is not. We're not promised tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Like the cycle of life. Everybody has to unalive. I want to be with Jason. The sooner the better. Don't you understand? I don't care, bro. I don't even want to be here. I want to be with my man. You get me? Like, are you mad? Like, you think death scares me? You think threats scare me? I had to view the body of my, like I want to go, bro. Like, I'm done. I want to see my baby. Like, I don't want to be here. Thank you. Hey, like, what can you threaten me with? I don't care, bro. That's why it's not like I'm out here talking about some little boys, you know, like. I don't care. I don't care, man. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. I'm just trying to keep sane, guys. I'm trying to. So anyway, let me get back to, like, how we met and stuff. Thanks for the follow, because I just need to just talk about, like, what happened. So anyway, let's go back to the first night. So thanks for the follow. The first night now, Guys, if you follow me, can you follow me on my main account, Leah Lord the 7th? He said he was on tag, and I went to the house and we just spoke. We spoke all night. I think we connected over music. I'm trying to remember like all of his music and that. I know he liked Jules Santana because he used to buy loads of CDs. He used to buy loads of CDs. You know, like the burner CDs. He used to like them. Because back in the day it was CDs in it, like we didn't have like the phones and stuff, so he used to take me to Battersea Market, like, and guys, you gotta understand, like back in the day the beef was rife, everybody was getting unalived, like it was a bloodbath. People could have got just like cross ends and just go anywhere, like as a guy, like I just don't care how I look anymore, guys, or you remember it all, but now your head is scrambled with all your oh, okay. Thank you, Michaela, thank you so much for saying that, because I was thinking, am I gonna remember? Thank you, babe girl. I was thinking, am I gonna remember? Like, is it gonna come back to me? Like, am I gonna remember? I remember significant things, like he had a spot. I was talking to my friend about, because Jason loved food. Not really, Aubrey. My boyfriend was unalived by the police in 2007, and I've just never got over it. But what happened was, because like I loved him so much, when he got unalived, I went crazy. I went off. I wasn't in my right mind. I'll go through what happened like after. But basically, sorry, I've disassociated. Police unalived him. I ended up joining a church cult in less than a month, a crazy church cult, like very fundamentalist Ghanaian. And I ended up staying there for 18 years. I was disassociated, just getting abused. They financially exploited me. I'm actually disabled as a result of all of this trauma, because someone like me shouldn't really be alive. So I've got like Addison's, I've got chronic kidney disease, hyperadrenalism. I've only got one adrenal gland. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm disabled. Like bitch, I'm disabled. Do you know what I mean? I just want to grow old with my kids and my friends. Like the collective. Like, you know, some of the collective. Yeah, they've had so much trauma, so much comorbid, like health issues and things. Some of them will never be able to have children, never be able to have a man or a wife, or, you know, I just want to share my life with the collective. That's the honest truth, guys. Because when Jason unalived, that's when I unalived. And I shouldn't really be here. So I've kind of just surrendered myself to God now. And like, you know, like the will of God, and, you know, like I'm gonna get back on my deen, like back on my spirituality, like I'm gonna go deeper. Thank you, Epic, Erica. I'm gonna go deeper. Thank you, Kerry. I'm gonna go deeper and just get into my spirituality. You know, guys. So, and I know a lot of you don't think a lot of stuff is evil and this and that, and some of you are still Christian, but please, like I've been through a lot, guys. Can we just put religion to the side for a minute? Do you know what I mean? Can we just put religion aside for the minute, and can you just love me? Can you just be there for me? Just like at a soul level, like no religion, just looking at what I've been through, and just be there for me. No religion, no gods, no. I won't be having anyone come on the live, guys, because I don't know who people are, and I don't want to get triggered. So there was another time, his friend Johnny was a rat. He was a hater, and he he was a snitch. I believe he snitched on him to the police. Johnny, I will be putting something on you on the 6th of October. That's Jason's birthday. I'm just waiting. It's a full moon. It's Jason's birthday. I will be putting something on you, Johnny. It will be very powerful and potent. I don't care. I'm just exposing my damn self now. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care. Just so you know that when your life starts going to pot, do you know what I mean? That's because of me. I don't care anymore. I've had enough. You know what I'm saying? I've been drawn out. I've been pushed to the limit. The church was this daggy with Mills, this thingy. Yeah, Kerry, I'm on an eye for an eye. That's what I'm on, man. I'm on an eye. You see, when it comes to everyone from Jason's past, they're lucky I got kids, because you lot would have been hearing about me on the news. Like, that's how bad it is. I would have sought like revenge for Jason. I would have done that. It's because I've got some kids, like especially my eldest daughter. I just can't do it, man. They need me too much. Because you lot don't know how I am. Like, seriously, like Johnny, and people can sit here and laugh and act like I'm, you know, I'm I'm acting, I'm this, I'm that. That's fine. If that's what you think, that's what you think, my love. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. I'm just saying, Johnny, if you're watching, you know, because me, I'll sleep with whoever I've got to sleep with to sort you out. Do you know what I mean? I'll sleep with whatever unalive or, you know, unstable person. I'm a beautiful woman. I get what I want each and every time. Whoever I got to sleep with, I'll do whatever I've got to do, babe. Whoever I've got to sleep with, the GM, go to the block, get the guy. You know, that's what I'm about. This is what I'm on. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't ramp. So Johnny would have been finished. Johnny would have been unalived outside in these streets, and he would have been finished. He would have been finished. That's what would have happened to him. He's lucky. He's lucky that I got disassociated in that cult, because I wouldn't have even needed no one. I would have just handled it myself. You know, them ones. I would have just handled it myself. I ain't got no time, because the way I love this man, ride or die, you're all right. Do you not understand what that means? You're ride or unalive. Like, are people here from the hood, like from the streets? Do you not actually know what that means? That kind of love, you know. Because the best people that you find is in the hood. You get what I'm saying? Like, we've just been through so much. We're so kind and lovely. Yeah, Kiko is deep, man. Grief is like a hole in your soul. Yeah, sure as hell feels like that. Guys, I just feel like I'm living in it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, that's why I was telling you about Johnny. Johnny's a rat. Oh Johnny, I wish nothing good for you, man. I wish absolutely, like, when I think about you, it's just bare bad intentions. Like, there's just so much I'm gonna be sending your way. Like, so many bad intentions and incantations and curses. Like, but not like the ones in the mega church. This is like the ones in real life, like the ones that work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait. That's Jason's birthday. That's how I'm going to be celebrating it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't wait to put all of those intentions. And I pray that God will hear me. I pray the universe will hear me, especially all of the lost souls, the lost spirits that are wandering this earth, maybe in certain planes and dimensions and realms that we're none the wiser that exist. But you know, I'm willing to take it to the level of the pits of Hades, really, for Johnny to get what comes to him. I just really want a spirit, to like a duppy spirit, to just be following him to the point of insanity if he's not there already. But even if he is there already, then whatever comes out, I just need to know that he's been completely finished. And if anyone does know Johnny from White City, who I'm talking about, and another one was Lawson. I'm trying to remember some stuff about Lawson as well. I think he was a hater, but not as bad as, were they brothers? I feel like Johnny and Lawson were brothers. Haters. Johnny was butters. He was light skinned anyway. Guys, let me keep this, because I don't want to get my live lock off for him. Thanks for the follow, Stardog. So anyway, Johnny was a snitch, and Johnny had, because Jason and Johnny, they had people, but then like Jason had his people because he had been in jail, and that's probably what kept him alive, was him being in jail. Anyway, he had a separate friend, so it was Johnny's. I think it was Johnny's brethren. It was their brethren's wedding anyway, and I don't know why Johnny was in charge of who could get invited and who couldn't get invited. It was at Kensington Temple. Anyway, when Jason told me that he went to the wedding, he was going to the wedding, I was all excited, thinking, "Oh my god, I got to get my outfit sorted out," because I was a hot girl. I mean, look at me, superstar. And it wasn't like how it was like back then. Do you know what I mean? Like we didn't have the internet. So when I was walking down the street and stuff, you know, like the man them were like so thirsty. It would be like cars stopping, you know, cars beeping. Like, do you know what I mean? Like man them just stopping me, car after car after car, cars slowing down. It was like that's when you were a hot girl back in the day. And we used to walk on the roads because that was the way we used to find the guys. We just used to get dressed up, nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. This is how we used to do it back in the day. So all my young gal them, put some respect on the OG's name. You get me? Because you lot are doing up. We had to really be outside in these streets. We had to get dressed up in our real life. No filter. No filter, and walk in these streets. And the cars would stop. Oh my God, I was a hot girl. I was like the Mariah Carey of Ladbroke Grove of West London. Are you all right? Hey, Queen Bee, no filter in a real life. It was what you had. It was how it was your walk. It was your energy. It was your vibe. You get me? And the man them, I just used to have like rows of cars. You get me? They will all be stopping, beeping. It was excitement. You get me? Like I was the star of the show. You know what I mean? The man them, the hood man them, oh my God, they just can't get enough of me. And because I was so on the hood man them, it was like those were the only ones I was looking upon. So you got to understand I'm a beautiful girl, so I could get man, like rich, whitey guys, whatever. So that's why in the hood, I got the creme de la creme because I'm that. Does that make sense? I'm that. So it's like if the whole set's looking like they're going to be intimidated, obviously the leader's going to be like drawing for me. Are you all right? Like, I was a hot girl. Are you all right? Fair coats, like. And I had like an individual style, do you know what I mean? Like I used to wear, you know, the butterfly tops that used to cross and the little skirts. Like it was really giving Mariah. And back then, there was no wigs and no weaves. It was just the hair upon your head that you had, where you had to blend it. If you had 12C hair, you had to make that blend hair. That's why a lot of us millennials, we got no sides, because that's why we got no sides, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it was the leave out. You get me? We were doing leave out for decades, yeah. You get me? Yeah, the butterfly and the leave outs. That's why we got traction alopecia. Come on, guys. I'm not ashamed. It is what it is. I've got traction alopecia. I ain't got hair on the sides. I don't care. Yeah. Do you still have yours? What, your traction alopecia or the That's what I'm saying. Like all these gallem, you got to put respect on my name, because when I was doing my hair, bitch, I was choosing my hairstyle out of a magazine. Do you know what I mean? And I was getting the hood celebs. Like, do you know what I mean? So there's just no gal them that's gonna have any chat for me, because we didn't have any work. Do you know what I mean? There was no plastic surgery. That I'm that. So that's why I don't feel like, you get me, because you lot. Anyway, I'm just going on and on and on. So anyway, Johnny invites. Remember Pride magazine? Do you remember Ebony? Oh my God! Remember they used to go to the black hair shop and they used to have all of the magazines. Chair, are you all right? With the hairstyles, and we used to choose the hairstyles. Oh my God! And the hairdresser used to be like to me, that's why all you gal them in the wig and all that, like, just get out of there, man. You like gal them, you don't have no chat for me, sorry. So I remember when you know the Aaliyah parting, because I used to think I was Aaliyah, and you know, like it's a deep parting, like now I could do that parting, thank the Lord, I got some hair now. But back in the day, like I didn't have that, you know, the hair to drop. And I remember she'd be like, yeah, you can't get it, you don't have the hair, you don't have the hair to reach on the side, because it was yardies, and I used to get my hair done in Halston. Guys, my life is just traumatic. I remember when I sat in the seat and she was like, you're Johnny Dallas' daughter. Then we clocked that my hairdresser, she's from Cold Harbor Bay, and so she knows my father. I don't even know my father. And she'd be going there and coming back and telling me about my dad. And it was so, guys, the hood is traumatic. It's freaking traumatizing. The hood is just full of trauma. It's just trauma. Like even a memory of me getting my hair done is just trauma. Hey, Queen. It's just all trauma. So anyway, let me get back onto it. So I don't know about them gal them back in the day, but I've got hair in it. So I just used to wear my pieces, and I've been rocking my pieces now, like, and the man them were loving it. They couldn't get enough of it. Thanks, Kerry Yoga. That's what I'm saying. I'm a hot gal. So when I just used to have my little £8 piece, that the rich GMs were loving it. That's why I said to you, if you're outside in these streets and you're looking up to Jada Kingdom and you're looking up to What's that other one? Ari, and you're looking like you're an idiot. Because you have to be your own authenticity. These gal them were that before the rapper came and found them. Don't you get it? Their energy, their aura. You got to find you. You got to be your own authentic gal. Because I don't look at Ari and think, oh my God, I want to be like her. Let me get a top. Let me get her. Because me and Ari are on the same level. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you're doing your thing. Like that. Like that's what you need to be doing up. In it, Epic. Don't be a fan. Don't be follow fashion and be like, do you know what I'm saying? Because then you're just going to be a clone. Anyway, guys, let me get to the point of what I'm talking about, because this is a really good memory. And his sister sent me the picture of him outside of the church. And I remember when I saw the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, that's my man. I was like, oh, he's so SEX. So I remember showing all my brethren. So I was like, he is so fine. Like, I remember when he came back, ooh, I gave him a good seeing too that night. I gave Jason had, I was the best he ever had. Do you know what I mean? He didn't want to cheat on this. He didn't want to risk it. Because Jason was smart. Jason was smart. He was an intelligent man. Sandra never raised no fool. He knew he had a good thing. He knew he had a good. He went outside in these streets trying to blow out the backs of next gal. Like, he was just rushing to come. He couldn't wait to come home to this coochie. Are you all right? He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to come home and tap this. Like, oh my God, like, guys, let me talk the intimacy. Whew. Guys, it was ghetto gangster loving. I'm not even gonna like. That's why I remember when I was telling you I was dealing with that Nigerian brother after I divorced my ex-husband. I had to teach him how to blow out my back, because, you know, I was used to dealing with, the impact, the power. He was a big guy, Do you know the impact and the power? I was only little. I had to take it. Are you all right? I had to hold that. Oh my God. Are you all right? I had to hold that so my baby could enjoy it like a real soldier. Yeah, I'm an 80s baby, 87. I had to hold it. Are you all right? Kerry, girl, I'm an open book. It's just chit chat with me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just sis. Yeah, guys, something in your backstroke. That's why I sung that song to him at the grave. That's why I'm like, there's no point, man. There's no point. Like, a lot of these man them can't even blow out the back. They just take you to Pound Town. For me, intimacy is sacred. He was the best I ever had. Best intimacy, best everything. I'm done. I'm a widow. He was my husband, and I'm a widow. I don't want to get with anybody. And I thought a lot about this, guys, before I said this. And I've put a lot of thought into it, because, I stand on what I say. Pound Town, I'm laughing at that one. Yeah, because I got with this guy one time. I just wanted to experience a one night stand. Because I hadn't experienced nothing. Because remember, I was with Jason. I was in a long-time relationship with him. I hadn't had much experiences before going into the cult. I hadn't slept with that many guys. And then when I was in the cult, I was celibate for 7 years. I just haven't even had my back blown out a lot, man. It's sad. I'm so glad I had that little time, when I got divorced and then I was outside in these streets, like in the club. Because now I'm not gonna get my back blown out for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna wait for Jason. So I'm glad I had that little time. But anyway, I had this one night stand. I went to some rave. I wanted to experience it. But I was also broken, guys. I was just effed up because of Jason, and it was just effed up. I made a lot of, I don't want to say mistakes. I learned a lot. Anyway, so I'm in this club. This guy's absolutely fine. He's like, I don't even know how tall he was. He's like 6 foot something. It was given like Suge Knight, like, because he was wearing some blazer. He was wearing a blazer, and then he was wearing a white round neck shirt, and then he was wearing, I don't know what jewelry it was, but it was some sort of jewelry, and it was like a like a coin, like a pendant. It was like a pendant, and he had on some black trousers, and I was just like, oh my God, this is giving sex, right? Just like that. I said to myself, I can't leave this establishment without taking this brother home. I said, I got to take this princess with me. Are you all right? Like, he is fine as hell. I was so disappointed. It was just so disappointing. Guys, every guy that I've been with after Jason has said to me that there's something wrong with me. I don't show my emotions. I've got deep, like, every guy said it, like they don't feel like I'm into them, because since Jason, I just think every guy's a bitch, and I can't, because he was such a gangster. I can't love anyone like I loved him. Even my ex-husband, sorry, I know it's probably really, I've got to think about his feelings and all of this, and he's such a good guy. He's the guy that needed to be my kid's dad, but Jason is and will always be the love of my life. I couldn't even love him. That's the truth. So anyway, it was like Pound Town. He was just like pounding me. Oh God, I think it might be because he was young as well, because I think he was younger than me. I can't even remember how old he is. That's 30 something. Anyway, the next day now, this ninja's trying to stay in my yard. Like, it's like late. Like, I'm thinking I want this ninja out of the yard. Like, he's just going on and on. He's trying to talk to me about his family. I'm thinking, bitch, this is a one night stand. Tried to ask me about pictures that I got on my wall in the yard, and I'm thinking, baby, but you know me, I've got a good heart, so I wasn't just gonna be like just get out. But I'm thinking, like, you need to go, bitch. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just like the man was there coaching in the yard, telling me, oh, he lives here. He's telling me that he lives down. He's like, oh yeah, like I live down here. I'm just sitting here, like, because you know, because babe, like he's an athlete. Do you know what I'm saying? And if he's watching, babe, I don't mean to be bad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just the truth. You get it? Like, he's an athlete as well. So I found out all of this afterwards. He's an athlete, and politeness, they always use it against you. Yeah, so he's an athlete, and I just don't think they're the sharpest tools in the box. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to like connect with people on an intellectual. I'm a sapio-exual, in it, so it's not just about the looks for me. So anyway, after that, now I'm not going to get too much into it, but let's say a little while after that, he didn't call me after that, innit? And I was like, I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I weren't looking for a relationship. It was a one night stand. Like, you were overstaying your welcome. So anyway, a couple of months later or whatever, he called me, in it, because he saw what I was doing online and whatever, telling me about he's got a family member that he thinks is in the same cult as me. So at first I believed it, and I was like, whatever. Then as the time went on, I just said to him, like, in the conversation, I just said, do you know what? Like, I just said, you know what? God, I'm disassociating. I just said, you know what? If your sister isn't really in the cult, I said, I don't want to, like, I'm not here to rekindle anything, you know, get anything cracking, or put, like, it's not that, in it. Like, if you genuinely want help for your family member, then I'll help you, but I'm not looking to thing. And then I asked him, because I was curious. I was like, oh, just out of curiosity, because when I was telling my friend, she was saying, oh, Leah, you were sounding like you weren't on him, and like you wanted him to get out of the house. And do you know, when I asked him, I said, oh, just out of curiosity, because I said, you know, I don't usually do this. I said, but I don't care for you like that. You know, I'm not interested in rekindling anything with you. So out of curiosity, you know, why did it take you this long to reach out? And And he was like, oh, I just felt like you weren't on me. You know, I just felt like, you know, whatever he was talking about, like, but it's true, because I did want him to go. He was picking up on the vibe. So he was a bit more intuitive than I thought, actually. But I do know how to choose them. I wish him well, you know, with his athletic career. And athletes are not for me. You know, I've dealt with like the footballers. The footballers just like up whitey gal them. And when I used to go to the clubs in China Whites and all of that back in the day, and the footballers used to be in there, they just repulsed me. They made me feel sick. They have no identity. Most of them, they don't know that they're BLK. And when they used to chat to me, it was like I used to feel like they were trying to act BLK. It was really weird. It's like, baby, you're a whitey brother. Just be yourself. Because now you're trying to act hood, and you're trying. It was just off. It just. I don't care how much money they make. It's not a bit of me in it. Unless the only way I would have ended up with a footballer is, like, you know, like if a guy was in the ends and then like he was playing football and then he made it. That's the only way. Like that, is it Saka? What's the guy who's got the BLK girlfriend? And there's that other one, in it, the one from Stonebridge. You get me? That's the only reason that they got BLK girlfriends in the Premier League. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, chair. Me, I'm real to the core. If you come on here, I'm real to the blood clot core. So I don't really like athletes, but yeah, I don't really like athletes, chair. So it didn't work out. How did we get there? So anyway, back to Johnny. So Johnny said that I couldn't come to the wedding, and he was going out with an unalive thing. She was so butters, some girl from Reading. I can't even, if I knew her name, I'd be saying it, because I'd love to meet up with that one. Oh my god. Do you know what? I'd actually sit in a cell for her. I'd actually sit in a cell. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd actually sit in a cell, because I know I've got mental health as well. So I'll be all right. I'd actually sit in a cell for that one, because she came to my house like when Jason had unalive, when Johnny was trying to say that I stole the money, when he was the one who stole the money. You know, half of the money was in my yard, and Jason left half of the money with him, and he thieved the money, and he tried to act like he didn't have the money. Do you get it? Oh, you're way too cute for a cell. Thanks, babe. But I'm just saying, for this girl, I would be prepared to sit in a cell, because she came to my house like on crud. But she went on no crud. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she was trying to be bad. I could tell. She's never been in that situation. She's never been in a situation where she has to go and act bad. It was just because the guy asked her. You know what I'm saying? So it was her first time doing something like that. I could have. She's lucky. She's lucky, because the thing is, all that would have happened was Johnny would have just held me back, and I don't know if he would have been strong enough to handle this. And his mum was there, and eventually it would have got stopped. You know what I mean? That's why she felt protected, because she was with her man. But baby, if I ever see you outside, it's on sight. Hey Christina, you're back. It's on sight, baby. I don't play no games. So anyway, Johnny said that I couldn't come to the wedding. It was just like a +1 or whatever. So he brought his girlfriend, who looked unalived. Oh, I'm so happy for you, girl. I'm doing mine later. He looked unalived, and do you know what she wore to a wedding? She wore shorts. You know, she wore some chino shorts. When I saw what she wore, yeah, I was so angry, because they came to pick him up from the yard. They came to pick him up from the yard. So I saw him like getting in the car and that. Jason looked so good. And the thing is, it's so upsetting, because they stole that chance for me to get those memories, you know, like the pictures from the wedding, because that would have been like a time that I would have had for us to get them pictures and stuff. But you know what? Maybe it would have effed me up, because everything happens for a reason. Because after he came back, real true love, after he came back from the wedding, he had like the pamphlet. And come on, guys, people don't get married. Oh my god, that must have been one of their friends that got recruited from the church. Cole, it makes sense, because people don't get married from the hood. He got recruited. He probably got recruited into Kensington Temple, because I was thinking, why did he know someone that got married? Like, we don't get married in the hood. Yeah, his friend must have been going Kensington Temple and got recruited. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, he was probably one of the good ones of the batch, and he ended up getting recruited. Yeah, one of the ones that was hanging out. Yeah, it makes sense. So you have to understand, like, we don't get married in the hood. He didn't go to weddings all the time. And he came back from that wedding, and he was like, you know, like, I was at this wedding today, and he was like, you know, I was just sitting there thinking, if we lived our lives, like our relationship to... Come on, Leah, you can do it. He said that if we lived our life, our relationship, like the vows that was said. And he was like, I'm not saying like we should get married because it was early. We hadn't been together much. Hey, CB, we hadn't been together much for long. And I was like, oh my God. I said, yeah. I was Jason's wife. I think if I'd gone to that wedding, maybe I would have just lost my mind completely. You know, I don't think I would have made it, because like hair and everything, you know, at the church, and then like the moment we would have shared, I think I would have just unalived myself, guys, like straight away. I tried. I made attempts. I did try. But it didn't work. Try. Hi, Maynard. Congo. I did try. Yeah, Christina, I need it. I need an outlet. I need to get this out. Thank you, online person. I would love to do an album about my some songs about Jason. You've messaged me, Erica. People did me so dirty, man. Have lied on my name because I'm a good girl. Thank you, babe. I'm a good girl, and people have taken advantage of me. My heart, like Jason, because we were both the same. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Ariana. Oh, I think he would be. Everything I am is because of Jason, babe. Like I've always been, but the strength, the way he just didn't care. Like Jason didn't care who you were, how many of them were there, how many. That he was just real to the core, like a real bad man. Like that's why I know it might look a bit funny when I'm talking a certain way, and whatever. But it's him, and this is the thing. Like I don't remember much, and I'm trying to remember, but I just know I'm just like him. I'm the female version of him. I'm just like him. His legacy lives on in me. He didn't need to have a child. He didn't need to have a child. His legacy lives on in me. Just 20 years later, almost 20 years later, I'm still screaming, my man, my man, my man. I just lay in my bed all day, guys, and cry. I just lay in my bed all day and cry. And try and remember, make sense of it all. And the worst part about it is, the family have to deal with it in their own way. So it's like, I feel like I don't have any pictures. His sister said she's going to give me some pictures next week. I hope she's still well. Even if it's just my pictures that I took of him. These are my pictures of him in the green. Oh yeah, make his name known through the song. Yeah, you're right. Giggs has done a tune for him as well, on the Let Him Have It album. He did a tune for him on there. He's mentioned his name. Rest in peace. Biggs, he's from Shepherd's Bush. Yeah. Yeah, big up Giggs, man, for doing that. Do you know what I mean? And you know what the craziest thing is? This is why I said that real gangsters, they don't say that they're gangsters and they don't see themselves like that. Because my issue is it's just taken me coming out of the cult and coming to the realization to realize, oh my God, I was living in a film. Like, because the guys I was dealing with, they don't see themselves as GMs, and they're like, oh Leah, like what life did you have? Like, babe, like when I tell other people you're set and you're gang and that, they're shook up and afraid, but they don't see themselves as like that. That's why I said when you see a guy saying, "Oh, I'm a gangster," like reality, that born again, the Christian GM, the fake one. He's coming like, "Because this right and that." He's just fake. He's fake as hell. Like it's a joke. It's a joke. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the man them nowadays, it's just a joke. Like it doesn't make you a bad man to unalive someone. That doesn't make you a bad man. That don't make you a bad man to fing someone in their back. That don't make you a bad man. It makes you a bad man when you go somewhere and there's 10 of them up and you fight for your life. That makes you a bad man. It makes you a bad man when you're sitting in front of the police, you're staring the DEVIL in the face. Have you not seen the video of my man in police custody? He sat there like that, like a real thug, like a real boss. Sat there, looked them straight in their eyes, like dead in their eyes. Like, you get me? He weren't afraid. He weren't scared. He weren't scared. Like Ronkins Jenkins, he was a real thug, a real boss. He weren't afraid. R.I.P. Jason McPherson, man. Say his name. He was a real boss. Like, you see all my mannerisms, like the way I sit, everything, it's all bigs. It's all bigs. It's like I'm this skinny girl, whatever. And then when you hear my mouth, it's like rare. It's just bigs. It's like bigs. Like there's man them. I get into arguments, road rage. As soon as they hear my mouth, it's like, because it's bigs. His memory lives on in me. It's like that's what they get. They get the wrath of bigs, like bully bigs. That's what comes out. Are you all right? And then people want to be telling me what I can and cannot share. Are you get out of there, man? Seriously, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, are you all right? Like this ninja was in my arms crying about his childhood trauma. Let's not go there. There were times Jason cried a lot in my arms about a lot of things, about a lot of, you know, a lot of trauma, a lot of things that happened. You know, Jason did cry in my arms, you know, and I'm glad that he had, and he was healing and he was starting to lose weight. I didn't want him to lose the weight. I was angry because I liked big guys, and it like at this point, because he was bigger than this. When I first met him, he was so big. Like that's why it's called. He was so big. Like this wasn't the biggest. He started to lose weight, like because he was with me, and I think he was using the food as a way to like, you know, like to comfort him. So when I came and I was the love of his, like he started losing weight. He started looking good because he was feeling happy. He wasn't just like eating. He was feeling happy. He was spending time with me. We were going out. We were going on walks together. Oh, all right, my love. But I am only a message away if you ever need a friend. Oh, message me then, Kerry. So I've got you. I know who you are. So so at this time he had lost weight. So he was actually bigger than this. So that's why when I got with him, all his hating ass friends were saying that I was there for the money. He's got a brethren, and his brethren Paddy, big up Paddy, man. I loved Paddy. Paddy was a good guy. At first he did struggle, but he really did love Jason. And he accepted me because he saw that I loved Jason. Do you know what I mean? But the rest of them were just hating because he was huge. But obviously the friends didn't know that that was my type, because you know I was born in 1987, and I remember the first time that I saw Biggie, and I saw that photo of Biggie and Faith Evans, and I was like, oh my god, I like him, and I had a crush. I had a crush on Biggie. I've always been weird. I had a crush on Biggie, and so I loved big guys. So guys, it got to the point where, and I think this saved me actually from being a 304, and it also saved me. But this is why I ended up getting with the most unalivers. Because you know them big guys on the roads. Like back in the day, the girls, they weren't on the big man them. So it was my bread and butter. Oh my God, these big guys. Because I come in and there's like the whole set. There's the guy with the muscle. He's got his top off, but I'm feeling the big guy. And he's shocked, he's confused, he doesn't let you know what I mean, and they just get gassed up. Are you all right? Jason was trying to lose the weight, and you know, because I was such a painting. Thank you, babe. So Jason was trying to lose the weight, you know, he was really trying to keep me, man. Oh, he was getting his life together. It was so sad. It was so sad. It was so sad, yeah. So sad. It was so sad, yeah. But when I first met him, yeah, he was so big, and it was SEXY. I loved it. I loved all the flesh, just because I used to like it, you know, and with the intimacy, because the schmegs is better. So well, anyway, in Jason's case, I can't talk for all of the big guys, but for my baby, he was packing and he knew what he was doing. Yeah. So yeah. Oh my God. Like, sorry guys, I just remember the way we used to make love. Sorry. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. Give me a moment. Sorry. Ooh. Sorry guys. This is why I need to talk about it. I think I'll just be on here talking about it, you know, because I got a flashback. And he was the first guy that I ever gave brain to. Because you know, back in the day, it was like, what did they used to call her? Brainers. Do you not remember Brainers? She gives head. Oh, look at Epic Erica, guys. I used to have this little tin, yeah, and when I used to be like giving him head, I used to be spitting in the tin because I was like, I'm not swallowing like that. Because I remember like he asked me to go down on him. I was like, are you effing dumb? Like that. I started like wiling out, like, no, I'm not a junge. Do you not remember junge? Follow me so I can message you, all right? I goes, I'm not a junge. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking you. Like, yeah, you get it. And he looked at me and I was like, oh, baby, like, I love you. And he was like, I don't like, I'm feeling, he told me that he was going to just get it out there, innit? He said that he said if I don't give it to him, like, because he likes it. Thanks, Emil. He said he likes it. And he didn't want to cheat on me, bless him. So that one. Oh no, that's the postman. So because I loved him so much and I wanted to like, wait a second guys, I don't know if that, woo, yeah, 1 second guys. Oh, I don't want you lot to see me because YouTube might see me naked. 1 minute guys. Oh, YouTube. Oh, what's there, the bags? Because I'm on live. All right, I'll come and get it. 1 second guys. That's my ex-husband outside, yeah. He's got to drop the bag. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my god, I need to make sure that you lot can't see my panani on YouTube, yeah. Because I ain't got nothing under this, guys. I don't care. I don't care, babes. Like, I don't care. You know what? We were all supposed to be like just outside in these streets with no clothes on. Isn't it so sad? Do you not like my big teddy? I've been needing a bit of extra comfort, so I've been having my kids' teddies with me. And let's put the teddy here, because you know, when I'm talking about all of this stuff, I need a bit of comfort. Thanks for the follow, babe. So anyway, let's get back to when I was giving Jason head. So yeah, so he looked at me, he's like, oh, I don't want to get it nowhere else. Like, he said he doesn't want to get it nowhere else. Oh my god. Oh, he was the love of my life, chair. Oh my, he could get whatever he wanted. He had a way with his words, man. He could just finesse. He could just get. Listen, I was de-whipped. I was, you know, guys. The state that it was, the level that it was at with me and Jason, yeah. Just so everybody knows, like I was, because I saw myself as a Faith Evans, but I was a Faith Evans and a Lil Kim all in one. Do you know what I mean? Because if he was sleeping with the girl, like I like say like he was sleeping with the girl, but he wouldn't have done that to me. But if he was sleeping with the girl, then what it would have been was I'm ready to rock it out with her. I'm ready to go jail. I'm ready, because I was a ride or unalive. I was a ride or unalive. Do you get it? A jar of love letters and a tin of babe. Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, I had a box, and that box had like all of the I think there were some letters that I wrote him in jail as well, because he was in jail for 2 weeks. He got recalled. Oh yeah, let's go back to how I first met him. So you know, when I first met him, he's like, "I'll come to the yard." I was like, "I'm not coming to your yard. Like, not for a first time. Like, I don't even know you." Like, I was acting so brand new, but guys, I just wanted to I just wanted to sit on him. Do you know what I mean? Like, you all right? Not on his face. He didn't give me head. He was a gangster. he wasn't giving that. He weren't eating no coochie. Are you all right? Jason was back then. It was like the gangsters. They didn't eat out no coochie. Like the OGs. The OGs must be yamming it out now, isn't it, Erica? The OGs must be yamming it out now. Are you all right? They must be yamming it, chair. You know, all of the lost years. No, but I'm not gonna lie though. Some of them OGs, they still won't do it, because I was dealing with one after I divorced my ex-husband. Do you know what's so crazy? It's so crazy. I just love hood man them. That's why I've just said, like, it's done. It's over for me now, because that is my type. It's dangerous. I got kids. He was the first and last love of my life. Do you get what's it, girl? Nah, man, you know it's true, babe. Yeah, he didn't eat me out. I have to keep it. I gotta keep it real, because Jason weren't eating out no coochie. Do you know what I mean? He'd be turning in his grave, and that's why it was like I was a gangster too. So I was like, I'm not giving no head. Do you know what I mean? I hadn't given head. I was like 18. Because you were a judge back in the day. If you were giving brain, you was a judge. You get it? Like that's like the man them. Can you imagine how times have changed? Hey Kiko, the man that would be chatting you, calling you brainless and all that. Like, are you all right? Like, and I thought I was a gangster, so I was like, I'm not having no man saying that I got on my knees for him. And because you lot, I thought I was a real gangster in these streets. I'm not even gonna lie. So anyway, as soon as he said that to me, I just got down on my knees and started yamming out that banana. You're all right. My baby's telling me he wants it. He's feeling like he's gonna go elsewhere. I got on my knees, chair. I said to him, it can't be all the time, but I'm gonna do it. And then I said to him, I can't swallow. I need to have the tin. So there was this little tin. Yeah, it was like, you know, them sweets that you get from the petrol station. They're like hard sweets. Do you know what I'm talking about? You know that little tin that had the lid on it. Oh my god. Oh, he had such a cute. Anyway, let me not, because I don't know if his family and that's watching. I don't want to disrespect it, but yeah, no, we had the best intimate life. He really did please me. I wasn't even on the street. All I wanted to do was just get to the yard. So it got to the point where we were inseparable now, and then I started living with him because me and Sandra got on so well. Sandra was my co-D. Do you get it? Sandra was my co-D bitch. So me and Sandra, we got on so well. So we used to go bingo, bingo in Elephant and Castle. And Sandra took me to a house party in Stonebridge one time. I loved Sandra, man. I love Sandra. She was like the OGs, like they're the OGs, like the older ones. We had a good time. I even brought her to my mum's 40th birthday. The Black Club's not about anymore. Do you not know Black Club? OMG, the Elephant and Castle bingo. Yeah, it was lit, man. It was litty. We used to go to that. We used to go to the bingo, babes. Are you all right, me and Sandra? And we used to go on the drive. We used to be listening to our tunes. And we just used to talk about Jason because we both loved Jason so much. So it made sense for us to just like be together, all the time because she loved him so much. Sorry, guys, it's going to be going from happy to sad. She loved their son so much and I loved him. I loved him just as much. Well, I could never love a man like this, like a mum, the mother's love. And the only one that I feel like can really understand my pain is gone, Sandra. Sorry, guys. I know we were laughing and joking just then, but it's just a roller coaster of emotions. I miss my baby so much, guys. I miss my baby so much. I miss my baby so much. Jason was like a big teddy bear. Morning, Queen Inez. And it's so sad. Like, I'm happy that the posts have gone viral because it's like my memorial, my tribute to him. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's just like I can't even enjoy anything. Like, like all my posts have gone viral. I'm getting more followers. People are, finally, that I've been trying to get justice. And Carly, did you get my message about exchanging numbers? Thank you, Queen Erica. And I'm like getting noticed more now. Whatever. I can't even be happy. I can't even like. I have to process my content and I'm watching it over and over again and it's so triggering and you see how it's like bittersweet. Morning. I just feel like nothing even matters. Like that Lauryn Hill song, Nothing Even Matters. See, nothing even matters to me. I can't even sing right now. I don't care. Yeah, like the mega church are screwed in it because like before I was still thinking, oh, I don't want to put too much of myself out there because I was thinking I want to meet someone, maybe in the future, so I wasn't really putting myself like now I don't give a shit because this is my man. I'm waiting for him now. So I'll be cut. I could take off my hair right now. I don't give a damn, bruv. Like just have my afro hair out. I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care anymore because I'm not interested in men. I'm not interested in their validation. I have no shame. I don't want a man to come online and sit online and think I want her. I have no desire for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'll dress up when it's for my man. Like I don't want to be going outside looking crazy in these streets because I represent Biggs. I represent Jason, my man. So I'll keep myself looking good for my man. His birthday's coming on the 6th of October, guys. I've decided I'm not going back to the cemetery because I don't think it, like with the family and everything going on, I'm just going to keep myself away. But I think I'm going to dedicate like a certain space in my home for him. I think I might even do this as a little memorial stand for him, And then I'm not going to say where because I'm not going to say my movements on the internet anymore because I do have to appreciate I am getting a bit beta. But I am going to go to a few places where, I'd love to know if the same people who are dictating to me know about his spots and his favorite places and where he used to go to think and where he used to go to reflect. And I know those places. So I've got that. I've got that. I don't need the grave. I don't need to be putting up pictures of the graveyard. I don't need to be putting pictures up of the cemetery. I don't need that, because I have Jason's legacy. It lives on in me, bitch. Do you know what I'm saying? So I will go to his spot and I will educate the family and other people about the things he liked doing when he was alive. You know them ones. I'll do that. I'll do that. Because I was his wife. He had this really nice kebab shop. Like he liked kebab. And he took me there. He kept banging on about this kebab. And I was thinking, why did you keep going on about this kebab, babe? Because I used to like go to nice places, and like just took me to one little kebab place in a certain ends. And oh my God, so much stuff's coming to me. Like I'm just getting like flashbacks, like whoa. And it's the nicest kebab that I've ever had in my life. It was the nicest kebab that I'd ever had in my life. Because Jason was a foodie. He liked food. And you know, like in West, we don't bitch. We don't have the kebabs. Like we have some of the kebabs, like, you know, like we don't have the kebabs like we got like, you know, the proper kebabs like Edgware Road. We got like the proper Dubai people them in West. So we had like the proper kebabs, you know, like how they do it, you know, in the wrap, like, but it's not like a pita bread. It's like the proper, you know, the proper stuff. They wrap it up all nice, and everyone was like, "Hey, your hair, this is your girlfriend." You know, they were all like. So I need to go back there to see if they remember him. Like show them his picture. Because I remember the place when I go there. Because like as I'm speaking to you in my mind, I remember the strip it was on, and there's not many of those shops there, so I know I'm gonna find it. It's just little things like that. Like the place that he took me, the places that he took me, the places that he liked to go. Those are the memories. Those are the things that I hold on to. All right, guys, let me give you a few cult things before I go. Yeah, because I'm gonna rest for a bit, and I've got to pick up my girls early today because my child has a skin appointment. But you know what, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so traumatized. I'm kind of glad that I'm picking them up early because they got an appointment. Yeah, take a menu and add it to your memory box. Erica, you know, I had a memory box and I gave it to the pastor. He said that I had a soul tie with Jason, and in order to get delivered, I needed to give him the box. So thank you so much for saying that, because I can create a new one of all my memories with him. I would love to get a painting done. Does anyone paint on this live? I want a painting of me and him, this one to be painted. You don't have to be like a proper artist. It could just be that you like painting and you'll paint something for me. I need a painting, guys, because I don't have much pictures. I think I might do a call to artists if anyone wants to create. I need some pictures. The family have got some pictures. I don't know if they're going to give them to me, though. I have to see. Of me in the house. And yeah, a new box just for me. Yeah. That's why I said I think that's really nice, like that you said that, because I can create new memories, and that's healing. Thank you, Erica. That's just so healing. Guys, thanks for all the follows today. I've been a mess. I needed to come on and release, you know, it's been so hard. But I'm getting there. It's really good having this teddy here, you know. But my kids are gonna want the teddy back, but it's good timing as now you really need it. Yeah. It's hard, man. Like anyone who's ever lost anyone they love, you know, you'll know that this is really hard. All right, guys. Where's the other one that I sent? Are you all right? Oh my! Oh, I've got it on airplane mode. 1 second, guys. All right. So, what are we going to talk about today? Oh, I don't think I've got my data on. 1 second, guys. Oh, are you joking? Connected. So where's the message? Oh, okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. All right, so what I want to talk about today, because I've been thinking about all of this trauma, AI, you could use age progression. What's that? All right, Bev, let me know, because I was thinking they got all of these things now, innit, where they can make pictures. You're not ill. You're not ill. Oh, is it because I said that I'm unwell? Like mentally? I don't get it. Thanks, babe. But I know Erica's heart is in the right place. So whatever. I don't understand what you're doing, but I know it's from the right. I know it's with a good heart. Do you remember in the cult, they'd be like, Shabba, I would be like, I receive it. So don't come judging me, babes. I can receive. I don't understand what Erica's saying, but I'm sure as hell I'll receive it. I know her heart in the right place or whatever. All right. So I just started thinking about the trauma, yeah, and I wanted to talk about like the pre-existing trauma that we come into these church cults with, because as you know, the whole reason why I even got recruited into this cult is because my boyfriend unalived by the police. So this is how it's all connected. Now that you've held the space for me, I want to hold the space for you. Thank you, collective, for riding out with me, just holding me down, man, holding me down energetically, holding me down spiritually, holding me down in comments. Bev, you always have my back. If I do a post, like I know I'm going to get one like and one comment share, and that is going to be from Beverly Haynes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to get my heart and I'm going to get my blood clot. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So if I'm not going to, because of Bev, I'm not going to look like an idiot outside in these streets, because I'm always going to get a like and I'm always going to get a comment. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because I got Bev, like, you lot are real riders outside in these streets. Thanks, SJ. I meant the word. You're not the. I meant the word. Let me get it. You'll know the word. Oh, okay. Do you mean you'll know the word? Is that what you mean? So I started thinking about how people are so vulnerable when they enter these cults and the trauma. And young people are especially vulnerable to coercive religious groups because their brains, especially the prefrontal executive systems, are still developing. So their social identity pressures, everything's very high. They're still figuring it out. They've got pre-existing wounds, childhood trauma, attachment issues, disability, and neurodivergence. Then when we add in poverty, isolation, growing up in the hood, having this, like this inequity, because when you're in council social housing, that's like it's that's inequity, because they build these hoods in even posh parts of the country, and then they just all put us in these poor conditions, like poor council housing. Big respect to you for what you stand for unapologetically. Big yourself up, SJ, man. Let me give her a follow up. Appreciate you, girl, man. So this creates strong needs for safety and belonging, and cults are predictable. Cults use predictable behavioral information and emotional controls. That's why I'm bringing it all down, because it's just psychology. It's not the Holy Spirit. It's not God. There's no real connection. It's all human fecal matter. So that's why it's coming crumbling. You know that scripture that says when the storms come and the rains, it's like sand. Let me put up my other things so I can stay focused. It's like, they've built these fake mega places of worship, they've built them off lies. They've built them off deception. They've built them off graping women and brushing it under the carpet. They've built them off teething people's money. It's just corrupt, chair. So now what you're seeing, it's not an attack. It's not persecution. It's the cries. It's the cries to God of all of the generations that have suffered under the hands of malignant narcissists, these EVIL places and spaces of worship. So what we're seeing now, it's like backdated, because the witchcraft on that religion is mad. Do you know what I mean? It goes back to slavery from the colonizers. Do you get it? There's crazy judge on them. Hey, third leg. That's why when you see them, it's like lights are on. No one's. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. I have to go into my musical theatre voice, guys, because as you can hear, if I went up, my voice would have cracked. So I had to go into musical theatre. Hey, big spender, spend a little time with dun, 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 dun. Oh, thank you, babe. That's why they can't handle me. They're like, oh, she's an actor. She's no, babe, I'm a superstar. That's what I am. I'm a blood clot superstar. That's what a blood clot. I'm a creative. That's why I was in there. When I was in there doing it up in there, you weren't complaining. When my personality was bringing in all the so-called souls to build your little church cult, you weren't complaining. You weren't complaining when I was like this in the church cult and everybody loved me and was staying in there because of me. You weren't complaining. But now you've got an issue. Now I'm an actor. I wasn't an actor when I was in the cult and I was bringing in all them souls. I'm working my ass off in there because of my personality. People, it was fine then, but now it's a problem, is it? All right, you lot are a bag of liars, and the truth ain't in you. That's why you're getting exposed. That's why everyone's waking up and realizing that you guys are really the EVIL people, and we're not having it. That's why I'm happy to see that the police is clamping down on the street preaching. I think they should just make it illegal, because it's like no one's been saved through that way, babes, for you shouting and hurling ABUSE on the street. Like, it just needs to get like we're in 2026 now. Like, no one wants to hear it. It's triggering. We've got trauma. If they were real Christians, they would understand that there's people with real religious trauma that it triggers. People who, there's survivors that have panic attacks, anxiety attacks. The fact that we see them out there is triggering because we know they're all brainwashed. Do you understand what I'm telling you? But because of the power that religion has had in the past, they've got away with it for years and years. But the veil is lifting. We're in the age of Aquarius. Like, universally, that the planetary alignments have changed astrologically. They think that's why they've said it's evil, because they don't want us to know the truth. But now people have got no choice but to accept astronomy. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't really believe in this astrology thing. But after the retrograde, the retrograde, that's why you can't sleep, babe, because of the Schumann resonance. Go and look that up. All right, there's a resonance of the earth like that. I think it's connected to the ether as well, like the vibration. So they've demonized a lot of like universal laws, because the universal laws is what governs the universe. So they've created their own laws and their own religion to take away our power, siphon our energy, and keep us like down, so that we can't see the truth. So this 2020, they can't stop it. They all they do is chat human fecal matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, these people, it's not real. It's all fake. They've all been creating their own fake life. And so what you're going to see in there as the time goes on, because this is a spiritual war. So they weren't wrong, but it wasn't because about the Armageddon, that we're in it, the rapture. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we've been taken up. We're in the new earth. They're in the old Armageddon. So that's why it's HEOL for them. That's why they're watching over their back. That's why everybody's laughing at them, their religion. That's why nobody rates it. They are in Armageddon. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why they're seeing it as persecution. But they've understood the scriptures wrong. It's thieves, EVIL men, colonizers, evil men that have, written that book and, put it together. Because my thing is, I don't believe that the Bible's infallible. All right. But I do believe in the sacred text. But I believe that we're supposed to figure it out, get our own revelations, and put it together ourselves. I believe we're meant to decode it. But they have lied. They have lied to us. All right. So, that's just going to help people with a little bit of deconstruction. I can see they're reporting it up. Guys, please like up the live. I can see you're reporting it up, but I don't care. How about that? I don't care, because your church cult is getting exposed, and now I've got the platform. I've got an even bigger platform than I had last week. So what I'm going to be doing up right now is, now that I've got my content that is bussing and people are looking at it, now I'm going to start putting the church cult stuff, now that I've got people's attention. Don't play with me. I'm not the one. Like, everything I do is for my collective, in it, because the collective were the only ones who were with me. The people didn't SHIT on me when my boyfriend unalive. It's the collective, it's strangers, it's the collective that's turned into family, it's the survivors. I love you guys. Like, you guys are my people. Then, do you understand what I'm telling you? Like, I don't check for no one else, and I don't care about anyone else. I'm just here for the collective. All right. So cults use predictable, like behavioral information, emotional control. Why do these people keep like trying to get me to co-host with them? Guys, I fancy a McDonald's breakfast. That neighbor of mine, her mouth is just so loud. She's just such TRASH. Okay, so the information control, which is thought reform. So they change the way that you think through a transcendental belief system. Restart your life. Oh, I get this all the time, girl. Do you think I should restart it? I get it all the time, though, because they do it up. Yeah, let me restart it because that might be a sign. Yeah, because I got the restrictions. Okay, I've got a warning, so I've got to come. Sorry, YouTube, just bear with me. Guys, if you were on that live, I need to move over to my other backup account because they got me off on that one. I've got 2 tutorials, so I can't go back on live. So click on this link here. I'll be live now. Give me a sec. Guys, give me 5 minutes. Do you know what? I might as well take a break, innit? No, let me just come on, finish this up, and then I'll go. Guys, if you were on that live, I need to move over to my other backup account. Sorry, YouTube. I've just got to do this quickly. What account should I go? Oh, let me go on my main one. I haven't been on there for a while. Not my main one. My main backup one, chair. Let's put that in. Put a record on. I want to get a Mackie D's breakfast. Real bad. And the wind is in my hair. You won't be back again. You bring me back around. And I know you bring me down. But still somehow you seem to get me high. I sit and think about all of the things that we go through, and I wonder why I stay with you, but there's something in your backstroke, and it keeps me in the mood, and it keeps me in the mood. I can do this forever. I know I'd rather be your love tonight. Papi, I sit and think about all of the things that we go through, and I wonder why I stay with you, but there's something in your backstroke. Hi guys, welcome back. And it keeps me in the mood. Ooh. Hey, Leo Ruth. Hey, Bev. Hey. All right, I'm just going to log on quickly because this charger's not working. And I don't even know where that receipt is from the pound. I need to take back my other charger as well. Sorry, YouTube. Let me just log in from my other account on... Oh, I'm so happy for Katie Price. Aren't you lot? I'm so happy for her because that Peter Andre, I know what it's like to be with a narcissist. Like, especially them undercover ones, chair. And they get really involved with the kids and they'll be acted like chair. I was so happy when he got exposed because those narcissists, yeah. Oh, God, what am I doing? Those narcissists, they're the hardest ones to detect. Guys, please like up the live for me. I'd really appreciate it. Why is my phone moving so slow? All right. F it, I've put up a video. People will be able to see it. All right. So I'm just going to kick off like back into what we were talking about, y'all. I was talking about trauma, how trauma gets stuck and trapped in. Oh, hey, Leo Ruth. All right, guys. Let me just introduce myself. YouTube. I've been on here for ages. But my name's Leah Lord and I'm a mega church cult survivor. My boyfriend unalived in police custody in 2007, and that's how I ended up getting recruited in the cult. I'm a social justice activist. I'm just a survivor, man. I just been through it. I think it's dawning upon me like, oh God, it's dawning upon me like everything that I've been through, chair. It's been a lot. I don't know how I've survived it, but God is my strength. Thanks, Ines. God is my strength. I'm going to go and get some McDonald's in a minute at breakfast because I think I deserve it. What do you lot think? I think I might even go to the ball, chair. You're right. Let me go sit. You know, like just treat myself to a little breakfast. I've been through hell, chair. I've been through hell and back. Hey, Danae. Hi, my love. How are you, Queen? Sapphire Rain in the car. Oh, look, people are coming on. Oh. Where are these people? Is it because I'm on my backup account? Is it because I'm on my backup main account? Oh my God, I'm seeing people. Oh, people are not people. Where have you been? Sapphire, where have you been? My God, I can't believe this. All right, guys, so let's get into it. Let's unpack the trauma. Since my boyfriend's unalivement, I've been processing it. It's so fresh. It feels like it happened yesterday. I really want to understand the trauma. I really want to understand, make sense of it, and also help the survivors, because I know it's been resonating. I think as well, I've needed to share this element of myself, because it's like when I share things and I do things, survivors want to come and chat their shit, and it's like, not survivors, sorry, just certain people, whatever. And I think they can see now, like, I'm ready to face my own shadows, because I've tried to put up videos of, there's been people that have unalived in these cults, and I've tried to put up videos exposing it, exposing negligence, malpractice, the fact that people have ended up unaliving because of the negligence and the lack of safeguarding in these church cult spaces. Please like up the live. And family have asked me to take down the video. Similarly with my boyfriend, my husband, I'm going to be calling him my husband because he was not my boyfriend. He was my blood clot husband. My husband, justice for Jason McPherson chair. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, it's that, people don't want to face the truth. It's that shadow self, it's hard. But I've left it up for myself. Do you know what I mean? I've put myself through that because there's systemic injustice and people need to see it. It hurts. It's painful. I know the family don't want to see it, but I'm doing it for Jason. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's like the world need to see what happened. The world need to know his name. The world need to know. They can't get away with this, man. I don't care. And me, I'm not about justice in the court of law. I'm about getting justice in my own way in these streets, baby. Like, that's what I'm on. Like, them police officers shouldn't be allowed to walk outside in these streets. And me, I don't care. I feel like I've got nothing to lose. I lost my baby. Like, I'm ready to go, babes. I'm just here for the last ride. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. I've got a lot of disabilities with my health issues. And to be honest, I just can't wait to go so I can be with the love of my life, to be honest. I know he's waiting for me on the other side. I've had enough. I'm not going to do anything stupid to myself. But just when that time comes, I'm ready for it. I'll be happy. Like, if I got diagnosed with a long-term, like an illness, and they told me I had 3 months to live, I would be really happy. I would be really, really happy. I'm not going to lie to you because I do not like it here. The world is not for me. And I'm ready to go at any given moment in time. All right. So when they try and like threaten me with like unalivement and they threaten me, you're doing me a favor. Like, that's how much trauma I've got. I'm not okay. So the threats, the minakir, like nothing can hurt me because I had to view the body of my boyfriend at 19. So nothing can hurt me. You can't hurt me. I've unalived too many times. I just unalived and came back to life on the weekend. Thanks, Queen Innes. There's nothing you can do that can hurt me because I want to go. You'd be doing me a favor. So that's why when people are like, oh, Leah, are you afraid? Like, I'm not afraid. And my kids will be all right because I'm a guardian. We're not. God has given us these children to be a guardian of their soul. Thank you, Queen Innes, to be a God. They're not my kids. God has given them, like, everybody comes here with their own contracts. Everybody comes here with their own soul contracts. Everybody comes here, do you understand what I'm saying, with their own purpose. That's why you need to understand spirituality and the universal laws. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because then it's like not even death can hold you down. And that's my point. Like, I know my kids will be all right. They've got their own purpose. They've got their own. And that's how I'm going to raise my kids. I'm going to start speaking to my kids about death. And I'm going to raise my kids to understand that is not the end. Like, it's multidimensional. It's multifaceted. So they will be able to get through it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm a good mother. And I will equip my kids. Don't worry about my kids. I'll equip my kids with everything that they need to be able to stand in this life. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, she got kids. Blah, 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 blah. You don't even understand God. You don't even understand God. And they're so EVIL, they just use things for their own gain. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they manipulate and use things when it suits them and because they don't give a about their kids. Because they leave them with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Their kids have probably been SA'd and eaten out of the Great Bowl by the oldest in the cult. Do you get what I'm saying? They're just, as long as they're at the meeting, they don't care. They're leaving their 6-month-old with like 15 and 16-year-olds that they barely know in the place of worship. Are you all right, babes? I'm not the one. I'm not the blood clot one, chair. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so I'm looking at how they recruit and target vulnerable young people because their prefrontal cortex, the executive systems are not even fully functioned. So when they start love bombing them, doing up the information control, the thought reform, the transcendent belief system, it creates trauma inside the group and long-term problems. It causes long-term problems after leaving as well, because remember, they form all of their, all their friends and whatever. It's like your whole community, your whole safety net and blanket is all in there. All right, so let's look at the brain development up to 19, because this is their core recruitment age. And I think it's because they know that young people's brains are still forming. My Queen Lucia in the light, in the light. I said, I was supposed to say in the cut. Did you hear that? I said Queen Lucia in the light. I was meant to say Queen Lucia in the cut. Did I see Featherstones? Oh, thanks for all your gifts and liking the live. Oh my God, collective, I love you guys so much, honestly. Even if it's just one person on here, I'll always come on there to sit on here and chat to you lot, man. You lot are my friends. You lot are, the collective are my friends. The collective are my people, man. And there's a certain friend in the collective, yeah, she's kind of opened my heart to, you know, friendships again and life, loving life, and I'm coming out of this dissociative state, and the collective has really held me down, man. I don't even want to cry with the love that I have for you guys. I love the collective so much. Like, how you not ridden out with me, man. It's been a journey. Like, we've been in that. We actually got something going. Like, we're actually locked in, guys. You lot have been riding with me for almost 2 years now. And you lot haven't given up on me. You've supported me. You've had my back. Even when I know when people haven't been sure, man. I've stretched people, man. I've stretched people. Like, I got Christians that follow me that have like really strict belief systems and stuff, and they've rocked it out with me, man. Because I cause a triggering in people. I trigger people to awaken, guys. That's what I do. So the ones that don't come on and don't engage, they know that they don't want to get awakened, and so they come in and out, and it's fine. Hey, Christ first. And it's fine, because some people just ain't ready, and some people wouldn't survive, guys. There's people who get up and look at their wife every day and think, oh my God, what did I do? I'm not in love with this woman. We have absolutely nothing in common. Hey, Philomena, I'm just not attracted to this woman in the slightest. Like, we don't even get on, but they've left the cult and they've got to stay in these unhappy marriages. So like, when I'm coming on and I'm talking, they know it's the truth, and they can't hear it, because they're living in, you know, their little fake world. Oh, Steve. All right, let me get on to the other bit, guys. Then I'm going to go, and then I'm going to go and have some breakfast. I need to just like chill. Guys, I've got to clean my yard, but you know what? The kids will understand. I just want to say I love my kings. Kings, please don't get offended, okay? I do love you. What was it like living in a cult? Oh, God. Do you know what, Emma? It's so crazy, because we literally did live in there. Like, they didn't have accommodation where I was living, but it's like we were in there from Monday to Sunday. Girl, it's like, you know how you have to think of it, yeah? It's like a you know, like them big top finance places, you know, like not JP, yeah, like Saks, you know, like them top places, and they're all like fighting for the positions, and you know, like you get paid off bonuses, like, you know, when you're doing, that's what it's like. It's so high pressure. It's high pressure and it's high control chair. And another thing is, so you can't show emotions. So like when my boyfriend unalived, it's like they told me to get over it. It's like, you know, I'd be delivered. And once they put you in a ministry and you start doing something, it's like they think that you've been delivered from like all of your trauma, and it's just a mess. And what happens is you become really desensitized to gaslighting, narcissistic abuse. It just turns into, it's like chronic. So, you know, like in the Bible, it says that there's people who like breathe out violence. So it's like every other word that they speak is abuse. So when you hear a lot of these monks and whatever talking, yeah, from these spaces and places of worship, you'll hear it's just misogyny, phobia, patriarchy, beating people down. Some of the stuff they say was shocked. We're like, oh my God, did he actually say that? Like, do they really have this mindset? So I need you to understand that just as a result of the preaching and the teaching, that in itself it's narcissistic, it's abusive. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And we're having that exposure to it all the time, plus the indoctrination. Because remember, you got to remember, I've done a lot of work on how we come out with our neurosystems in complete dysregulation, our brains effed up. You know, a lot of us, majority of survivors will come out with autoimmune diseases. So that's usually connected to like the kidneys, the adrenals, cancers. That's another one. And actually quite a lot of people unalive young from cancers as well in these cults. So if you've had a family member and young is 50 is young to unalive from cancer. So again, there's been quite a lot of cases. I think all of us at least know one or two people or several people in these spaces and places of worship that have unalived from cancer. All right. So it's just really high control, girl. They treat us like slaves. So it's free profit for labor. You've got to understand that like you come in on a Sunday, yeah, and you lot are just coming in, listening to the choir, going about your business. But we're the ones who have to do the rehearsals. So we don't have any life, because on Monday we're in the cult, Tuesday we're in the cult, Wednesday we're in the cult, Thursday we're in the cult, Friday we're in the cult, Friday, Saturday we're in the cult, rehearsing, doing outreach, doing evangelism, meeting up with people. You know, how do you think it gets done? It's like social work. It's like are there any social workers? It's like you got a case study, a caseload. You got a caseload, and all of the service users are your souls, because they run it like a business. So they encourage people to have spreadsheets, to have their names up, to pray for them, to call everyone in their phone book. So it's like a social worker. So you have like a caseload. Those are all the people that you chat to when you go outside, all the souls. And so like you see it as a social worker, if they're in a gang, you got to try and get them out of the gang. You got to work with them, work one-to-one, go to the meetings. You're like a social worker in there. You're organizing people's lives, because remember, people come in there in a mess. It's trauma. So no one's coming in their right mind. So it's like that level of care that they need. They need mental health professional support. They need a social worker. They need early help. They need, do you know what I mean? They need like professional support. So it's like we turn into these like social workers and these friggin', I don't even know what to bloody call it. And they shape it like we're ambassadors, like we're stewards of Christ. We ain't no stewards of Christ. Early intervention. They're just using us. They're just using us to bring the people in. So what happens is people get really drained, because you've got to remember, social work is that, because I am a social worker, innit? I've got a master's in social work and I'm doing up youth work. So I could tell you that the work that we do in these cults is more high pressurizing and more demanding than social work. Now, when you're doing your social work degree, the one thing that you have to grasp is mind, body, and soul. You have to look after your mental health, because you can't look after anybody else if you don't look after yourself. And so what you've got to understand is there are social workers, there are doctors, there are people with full-time jobs, and then after work they're working 9 to 5, and then after work from 6 until 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Historically, this is how long we were staying in the cult. They'll be in the cult. Do you understand? So people are rinsing themselves out. Their organs are getting overworked. Like, I only have one adrenal gland. They had to remove an adrenal gland. That's what produces your cortisol. Because my adrenals, the cortisol levels, it releases cortisol for the stress. My brain, everything's all effed up. I can't work. Everything's effed up. My whole body, my neurosystem. Guys, someone like me, like, it's just a miracle. I'm telling you, man. Does that make sense, babe? So it's the constant pressure on your organs, because if you're in fight or flight mode, you've got someone who's a narcissist, who's gaslighting you, questioning your reality, you know, breaking you down. You're walking on eggshells. These type of environments can rinse you out, rinse you dry, chair. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So by the end of it, I was just sick. It was just, you know, and with these kind of high control environments, thanks, Queen Ange, you'll get a lot of unexplainable sicknesses, and your mental health exasperates. Because when I was in my toxic work environment, it was like psychologically, like mentally, I was going off, and I was going to the hospital, like thinking I had all of these physical like things that were wrong with me, like my mental health, but it was my mental health. Do you understand? Because I wanted to get out of the place, and because the setting was affecting my mental health so much that it was like my mind was materializing. It's what I'm saying, making sense. So that it plays tricks on you, because your brain, they're rewiring your brain, they're effing up your brain, you're functioning. So your mind starts to play tricks on you. Sis, I wasn't in a similar cult, but I left the cult of religion and a toxic religious marriage. Oh, well done, babe. I love that for you, Adriana. Yeah, it really messed you up. Yeah. Did you mean to say I was in a similar cult? I think she means to say she was in a similar cult, but I left the cult of religion and toxic. Yeah, I'm glad you are speaking out against it. Thanks, babe. I can't be silent, babes, because the truth is I'm a real lover. Like, I love people, man. I do love my humankind, like my fellow mankind. But there's two sides of me. I love God's children. That's what I just heard to say. I love God's children. I love kind people. Like, if you're a child of God, and it's not about the religion, you could be any believe in anything. That's not what it's about. It's the character. It's like we have the DNA, like the imprint. You can't help but be kind. That's God's children, because that's the way God is. Yeah. So I just love God's children. You know what I'm saying? And I've got love for the hood. You know, they took my boyfriend, man. I've got a lot of love for the hood, because we don't get the same start as everybody. We don't get the same. We're dealt really bad cards in life, and we've got to take them cards and we got to gamble. We got to go to the frigging casino with the cards that we got. You know, other people, they just get their full straight aces. Life on a platter. Us from the hood, we got to learn how to play the card. We got to learn how to play the card game in the backdoor streets, in the struggles. We got to learn how to play the game first, the card, because no one blood clot taught us. Then we got to go to the frigging casino. We got to gamble to make some frigging money. We got to hustle. It's a fight for our life. Survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive. We're living this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit. Only the strong survive. Are you all right? There's a war going on outside no one is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You're walking with your head down, scared to look. You're shook, because ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. You know, because you're never around when the beef cooks in my part of town. It's similar to Vietnam. Do you get me? Like, are you all right? You're not there. You're not there when the beef cooks in my part of town. It's similar to Vietnam. That's why I was viewing my boyfriend's corpse. Do you understand what I'm saying? At the age of 19, you don't know how we get down. You don't know the scars that I have. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through, babes. Anyway, does that explain it, my love? Let me leave you lot with a few more points, and then guys, I'll come back later, because you know what, I'm gonna do the school run soon, and what I'll do is I'll leave a bit extra early so that I could do a little live with you lot before I go, because I'm starving. I gotta eat something, man. You know, I'm just feeling sick. I'm just going to go and get a little something now. All right, so let's look at the brain development. So church cults target and recruit young people up to the age of 19. That is their that's their target group audience. It's youth up to the age of 19. So let's look at the brain development up to 19. Adolescence is not just moodiness, it's a period of major rewiring. The brain refines circuitry through synaptic pruning and increased myelination. Emotional reward systems develop earlier than the slow to mature prefrontal cortex. So the planning, impulse control, risk evaluation, that part, all of this that I'm talking about, it's not formed properly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they're still trying to figure it out. The prefrontal cortex and top-down control continue maturing into the mid to late 20s. That's why you ask me the mid to late 20s, man them, gal them, mid to late 20s. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What are you doing in a relationship in your 20s? Gal them, you should just focus on your life. Seriously, there's a new generation rising up there. I don't think my eldest daughter's going to have kids. I think she's just going to be like, you know, I don't know what she's going to do, but she's going to change the world. My other daughter's completely different. She says to me, Mommy, I dream of, you know, we were driving the other day. I went to take this child to McDonald's. She's like 8 years old, and we were driving, and she's such an angel. That's why I don't like judge women, because some women are born to be wives. Some women are born to have like kids and be a lovely homemaker and raise their kids and have their husband. And, you know, that's why I say it's your choice. Some people are able, that's their calling, to be a mother, to be, you know what I'm saying? My little girl turned around, she said to me, oh, Mummy, just like this is exactly how she talks. Oh, Mummy, I just can't wait until I get my home and I get married and I have my children. Oh my God, honestly, my kids are the love of my life. Guys, the only reason why I'm still standing, the only reason why I haven't topped myself, because I'm not going to lie, I would have done it, guys. I'm not even going to lie, I would have done it. But it's just my kids. It's my kids. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, she is, isn't it, Emma? She's so cute. Oh my God. She said, Mommy, I can't wait. I can't wait to have my house, my home, and my children, and I'll be married. And the other one's telling me, I'm not sure if I want to have kids, Mommy. I said, oh, I couldn't believe it when my older daughter said, I was like, yes. I was like, oh, darling, you don't need to have children. I was like, just live your life, whatever it is that you want to do, darling. And this is what I'm saying. The generations are changing. The generations are changing, because now the mother's like deep down inside, I don't really want my kids to get married and have kids. I'd rather them just be with them, because also I don't want to do time, guys. I just don't want to deal with a guy, because if bitch, I need to start praying from now for guys that my kids, because guys, I'll go to jail. So honestly and truthfully, I can't even, I won't be able to do it. Like, I can't even think about boyfriends. That's why I cried. When I found out I was having a girl, I was bawling, because I know myself and I know how girls are, and I know the stress that comes with girls, and I know myself. And I know I'm going to end up going to jail, because, girls, when they get all lovey-dovey. But anyway, my eldest ain't like that. She's like her dad. She's my eldest is a carbon copy of her dad. Do you know what I mean? She's antisocial. She don't mince her words. She'll tell you exactly how she feels. She's quite tomboyish as well. So I'm happy for that, because the younger one is more girly. I think she's going to be more into like wanting a boyfriend, but she's going to be timid. She's going to be yeah. That's when I'm bringing the Christianity into it, bitch. Do you know what I mean? No blowing out of the bag before marriage. No blowing out of the bag before marriage. The Bible. Do you get what I'm saying? That the Bible tells us that fornication outside of the gates of HEL will be lasciviousness and fornication. I'm going to tell my little one, I'm going to indoctrinate them, child. You all right? But it's all right for me to indoctrinate them, because I'm going to do it with safety and caution. I'm going to be telling Ivana, I'm going to be like, oh, you cannot. No, I'm only joking. I'm joking, but I'm not joking, man. Do you know, because I want my kids to be free, but I'm still going to tell them that fornication's wrong, guys. I'm not going to sit here in front. I'm not going to lie, guys. I think I'm going to do it to them at least up until 18. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? Because they're still trying to figure it out. And I still very much, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do still believe in the Bible, babes. Just on the safe side, I'm just going to tell them I taught them that, just for, you know, like just on the safe side, because I wasn't sure if that was the scripture that was going to take you to HELL, because mummy is celibate. So I weren't sure, girlies. So that's something that really resonates with me. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to teach my girls that, like, they're the portal, and that they shouldn't give themselves to anybody and to wait for someone really special. And I'm going to teach them. They know their worth. They know. But my young one, she's going to break a lot of hearts, child. Oh my God, she's like her mother. She's going to break a lot of hearts, that one. She's exactly like me. She's just yeah. I just know, like, and it's effortless. It's effortless, like the way she moves and her little character, and very feminine. She's very feminine. My youngest one is so feminine and so sensitive. She's really in her feminine energy. I know she's gonna marry rich, and that'll be because she's in her feminine energy. The feminine energy is too much. All right. Okay, so let me give you this last part. So we're understanding about the prefrontal cortex. We're understanding that is why they recruit them, because the brain doesn't finish maturing into the mid to late 20s. Okay, so when they're out here telling us, like, why are we feeling old when we're 30? Bitch, the brain doesn't stop maturing into the mid to late 20s. So that's why I'm saying to you, like, when you're 40, like, you start getting into the 40s, that's when you start realizing it. The penny drops, you're like, raw. So, gal, them don't feel like time is running away with you. Don't feel like, oh, I'm getting old, I need a man. That's when you're a pick me. And that's when you'll marry a brokey and someone who will just ruin your life. All right. So why does that matter for vulnerability? Why does it matter that, you know, the brain doesn't finish forming and there's this prefrontal cortex, this, that, and the third? It's because of the reward sensitivity plus peer authority and influence. So again, when we look at the Stephen Hassan bite model, the influence continuum, we can see that, you know, negative influence looks like authoritarianism, cloning, narcissism, dictatorship. So that's what they're talking about here, plus the peer pressure, because we know that social conformity is huge in this. So teens and late adolescents are more likely to respond strongly to immediate social reward, approval, belonging, the authority, the influence, especially when that's why they like people. That's why they like to have people like steps, you know, like if they've got someone that's got like a little influence, like a couple million followers, like where they've got some sort of influence, because they know that young people will be influenced. That's why, like, someone like me, they're threatened, because even though, like, I'm going to be 40, I'm with it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I wear good clothes, I'm like a trendsetter, like the young gal, them, they can appeal to me, so they're hating. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they take people like me. We're the leaders in the church cult. We're the ones that lie to the family, you know, like come and act all fake and make the family feel like their young child is safe with us. All right, so adolescents are more likely to respond strongly to immediate social reward, approval, belonging, which recruitment tactics exploit. So a young person that's sensing belonging, especially if you're neurodivergent, you've got social anxiety, you don't understand social cues, you take everything literally, then you'll be easy to love bomb. They're just lying to you. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Your hair looks so nice. You know you haven't done. You know your extensions needs to be taken out. They're even smelling. And here they are like, oh, you look so nice. It's a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. But they take things literally. So again, there's a lot of complexities around this, guys. It's really sad. So the weaker executive control, so it's harder to spot long-term danger, resist manipulation, or leave when pressure mounts. So this is why they recruit them, because they'll just take ABUSE, they'll just be walked all over like a doormat. Like, so a lot of these people that end up in these spaces, they don't have any family, guys. They've been through HELL and back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they've really been through the go through. All right, I'm going to go through some of the pre-existing vulnerabilities that make people more likely to join, control, and take hold of cults. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this last one, and then I'm going to go and get some breakfast because I need to eat, yeah. And then, guys, you'll see me. I'll do a quick live as I'm waiting to pick up my kids. I'll do a little live, yeah. So adverse childhood experiences. This is ACEs. So this includes like abuse, neglect, household instability, changes, and also like if you've had a parent that's been incarcerated, in and out. Poverty is another adverse childhood experience. Growing up in social housing, like in the hood, that's another adverse childhood experience. So changes in so the adverse childhood experiences causes changes in stress systems, the HPA axis, increased need for safety, and trust patterns that cults can exploit. So I had an increased need for safety. That's why I was going out with GMs. Do you know what I mean? Because I was a pretty girl, and the man them, they just exploit you. Like they'll knock you out. Do you know, if you don't give in to their advances, you'll get punched up. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had to have some protection because I didn't have a dad and I didn't have an older brother, and I was beautiful, so I would have got used and abused. Yeah, so I had to get with them gang members. I had to roll because I was smart. I'm intelligent. So I realized, like, I've got to be the wife. Like, that's the only way I can walk in these streets. Because, guys, the 2000s was crazy. I don't think you understand. Oh, my God. If I weren't going out with who I was going out with in South London, I wouldn't have been able to walk. I would have been getting banged, like, left, right, and centre. I'm not going to lie, because guys were stopping me on the street because I wouldn't give them their number. They was getting aggressive, and I'd have to be like, my ex is so-and-so. And they'd be like, no, that ain't your ex. I'd be like, yes, it is. I'm going to call him now. I'll be like, I'm going to call him now. Because if you touch me, that's it. You're done out. If you touch me, your life's over. And he'd be like, that ain't your ex. That ain't your man. That ain't your man. I'm going to call him now. I'm going to call him now. And you calling him out. And I'm in the background. He said he's going to bang me in my face. You know, over the phone. He said he's going to bang me in my face. And then I'll be like, you know, like just getting all like running my mouth. Because now when I'm on the phone, I'm running my mouth up. And then you put him on, I remember when you put him on loudspeaker and he was like, apologize to her. Because, you know, this is their time to shine now. Like, this is their time to like show off, because this is all that the road man them have. They got their reputation in it, like their stripes. You put him on loudspeaker. He said put him on loudspeaker, and he said apologize to her, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, and he was like, it's not good enough. Because he was funny. He was a road guy, yeah, but he used to do his acting back in the day. Do you know what I mean? He was like a little actor. So he told the guy to apologize, and he said it wasn't good enough, and the guy had to apologize. God, there's been so many times that I've had to call my ex because he was a bad man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was moving with the real unalivers. Everyone was shook off of them, the whole of London. And that was in the 2000s, in the peak. Are you all right? Oh my God, guys, I've had a few ride or unalives. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just that girl, innit? Like, there wasn't enough of me to go around in the 2000s. I can't lie. If I needed to clone myself. Oh my God, I was a hot gal. Ain't no one coming against what I'm saying. All the man them that come on and they know me and they've dealt with me and they know what time it was outside in these 2000s and streets. I was a hot gal. I'm known. Are you all right? It is what it is. I'm not known for the wrong reasons, known for the right reasons. I'm a good girl. I'm known for the right reasons. But I was a hot gal though, so you get me. I was like, bear man wanted to link me, and like they took me out, and you know I was wined and dined, but they didn't get the cooch. You know, that's the difference. All right, let's get it. So insecure attachment. So we've got anxious and avoidant attachment. Remember, I was talking to you about the disorganized, unsecure attachment. So if you've come from a parent who's putting hands on you, again, that is an adverse childhood experience as well. You might have experienced emotional neglect. So you've grown up, or it might be that you've been mollycoddled, and it's like it's an enmeshment. So the parent, maybe dad wasn't around or whatever, and the mum's like replaced you with the dad, the love that she was supposed to get from the dad and whatever. So it becomes very dysfunctional. So it might be an enmeshment thing where they've overcompensated and that you feel smothered. Because that's what they do to a lot of these second gen church cult members. They smother them, and then they move halfway across the country just to get away from their ABUSE parents that have used them as an emotional crutch and sleeping bag. So they've never like been able to like spread their own wings and, you know, have their own identity and walk in their true self because their parent just has so much trauma that they haven't dealt with. So we've got all of the kids from back home, the second, third generations, that, you know, the British born ones they're all on TikTok, they're all on the internet talking about their trauma and how, you know, their parents have caused them so much trauma and they can't wait to leave the yard. All right. Okay, so so this insecure attachment, it makes people more likely to seek intense caregivers or to stay in relationships or groups that feel protective. So that's why I said to you, if you're coming from a background where you're an orphan, you haven't really had a mom or a dad, you haven't had much family, you know, they take advantage of that. That's what they do up. They prey on your insecure attachments. That's why they want to be able to profile you. That's why when you come in, they be wanting to know all your business. How many people have you slept with? Your dad, your mom, everything. Because they're profiling you. Then they'll know. They'll use that against you, like to get into your psyche, to brainwash you. Neurodivergence and disability, ASD, ADHD, learning differences. Oh, is that what they say now? Learning differences and sensory differences. Oh, wow. I love that. Is that what they're saying now? Learning differences. Yeah, because it's not a disability. It's a different way of learning. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, the discourse and the ideological perspectives of disability has come so far. Because, you know, I've been out of the game for a while. Wow. Jermaine Cole. Hello, darling. Jermaine is my TikTok husband. Have you seen what's been going on with my real husband, Jermaine? Jermaine's my TikTok husband. You got to be there for me now, Jermaine. Jermaine, we should meet up, you know, because I'm not looking for a man. You know, my boyfriend that unalive, I'm just gonna be with him in spirit now for the rest of my life until I unalive. Hey, Jermaine, man, be my friend, man, because my boyfriend who unalived, I'm not looking for man them. I just want a friend. I think we could get on. Because you're clean, you're tidy. I don't want my back blown out. I'd never do that to you, like put you in a temptation. Because a lot of guys think because I'm a beautiful girl, like they won't be able to trust themselves, like this and that. But I don't, I'm home girl. I won't let you move I'm not like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I hold the space for man them. Like that's what I do. I won't blow out their back. I won't let them blow out my back when they're in weak and vulnerable, because Jermaine is clean, he's got his nice Victorian house. I could see us playing chess at your yard with red wine and a cheese board. Like, we could be friends. I like Jermaine because you look like you've got quite balanced masculine and feminine energy. That's what I need. Anyway, Jermaine, let me know, innit, if you want to take me out. Not a lover's thing. It's not a lover's thing. I'm not interested like that. I mean, like, for us to be boys, like, you get me? Like, go out to the cinema, you know, like, do stuff like that. Like, I feel like Jermaine's cool, like. And you've got a girl best friend as well, innit? Like, oh, she might be jealous though, innit? She might be jealous if you start being friends with me. Because friends do get jealous when I step into the picture. They get so jealous. They think I'm going to take their friend away. All right, just let me know, babe. I don't want to put you on the spot. All right. So we've got social isolation, intense desire for rules. Uncle Rob's is another one that I want to meet up with as well. Because I need a bit of masculine energy sometimes. But it's all right because I've got the survivors. I got survivors that would not take advantage of me. People like Uncle Rob's. I think Jermaine is also one of those. And there's another one called Scarface. And there's another one called Biggest H. He also wouldn't take advantage of me as well. Scented HJ. So people with learning differences and sensory differences, they have like they're isolated. So, you know, because of the social cues and their social isolation and intense, we have an intense desire for rules, because I'm neurodivergent, but I've just started learning these things about myself recently. So that's why I was saying, you know, what So we have an intense desire for rules, predictability, literal thinking or masking. Oh my God, exhaustion can increase exploitation risk, and rates of actual victimization are higher amongst autistic people. I'm sure I'm autistic as well. And that's the thing, like, you see, when you're a neurodivergent baddie and you can't see your disability, that's when you'll get taken advantage of. So that's when I had to make the decision to become celibate, because I realized I'm a vulnerable adult. So a guy can I take things literally. A guy can, because I'm vulnerable. So a guy can just tell me stuff and I'll just take it on board. And my mental health, the way I process things, it's not like a normal person. So I've had to, but now, I mean, I'm just going to be with the love of my life for the rest of my life. R.I.P. Jason McPherson, justice for Jason McPherson, my boyfriend that was unalived by the police in 2007. That's the love of my life. I'm just going to get back on my music-ish. This has given me more determination to become something, to do something, the legacy of my man, to get my book done so that I can get a movie done or a series or something, so I can get his legacy. I can have a legacy for him. Like, that's all I'm interested in. I'm just interested, like Lauren London, I'm interested in keeping my baby's legacy alive, like doing everything for my baby, keeping his legacy alive, chair, and making sure that people know his MF name outside in these streets. Like, he was not unalived in vain. He changed my life. Everything that I am is because of that man. And I will continue to speak about him. I will continue to ride out for him. He's the love of my life. Love like that doesn't exist anymore. We're in a different time. We're in a different world. We're in a different life. I don't think that this season we're about is necessarily about relationships and, you know, eggs and, you know, all of that. I think we're going into a healing time. I think especially the women, we're more interested on healing ourselves and healing the planet, because we know that these men is just human fecal matter. So we need to now come and take over and concentrate on healing the world. So I think that us women, especially because we're moving into matriarchy, we're more of the matriarchs, the divine feminines. We are the ones who are taking a stand, like we're really waking up spiritually. There's a mass spiritual awakening. So the gal them ain't really on the D like that anymore anyway. So I'm just happy to just connect with my man spiritually. That is my man, my man, my man, my man. You know, as the time goes on and I get my money, I will be getting my tats, I will be getting my jewels with my baby's face in it. Like, you lot are going to see me outside in these streets, because that was my man. That is my man. That is my husband. That is the love of my life. Yeah. So Jason never did me dirty. I gave him my heart. He's the only man I gave my heart to and he didn't break it. He's the only man that I gave my heart to and he didn't break it. And people can say, oh, well, you lot were only together for a year, but it doesn't matter. A year's enough time. That guy, it was just me. He was just blowing out my back. He can get gal, he's rich. He's blowing out my back, hood rich. He was making money in it on the roads. All right. So recent loss. So this is another risk factor to you getting recruited. Recent loss, homelessness. So, and not only homelessness, but if you don't have stability, like in your home, like say like you grew up in a home that was overcrowded, say like maybe you had to share a room with like 3 siblings or something, because like you wouldn't feel, do you get what I'm saying? Like you've ever had your privacy. You wouldn't feel like you're able to have, sorry, I just got to block this idiot, your mother. I just got to block that idiot. Because imagine if there's survivors that are watching victims that Steps did that to, and he's writing that people are these you see this religion. Have you seen how everyone's saying that they're in religious psychosis? And we're finally waking up to see that they are the problem. They are the main issue outside in these streets, and their screws are so loose. Yeah, so also if you say like you came from a council flat where you had to like share a room with more siblings, maybe you were ashamed, embarrassed of your home, maybe your mum suffered with mental health and couldn't clean the house properly, maybe you grew up in an environment where the house weren't clean, your house was dirty, it was overcrowded, you know, like it's very hard with housing situations because the council don't really move people. So a lot of the time, if the parents just keep having kids and they've got a 3 bedroom, you know, these kids will live in dire situations. It's like being in, there's some young people and kids here that are living in such crazy housing situations that it's like they're in a third world country, a country that's less developed, because there could be homes that don't have running water. Like, you lot, I've seen it all. That's why I said it's not about like the ends, like, oh, you're Peckham, that makes you from the hood, because there could be a child in Bristol. Do you understand what I'm saying? And there's no running water in the house. They live in a little hood in Bristol. The mum's keeping them locked up in their room. You know what I'm saying, guys? It really is about the trauma. That's what I mean by coming from the struggle. It's the trauma. Like when you come from social housing, and do you get what I'm saying? Because there's some people in the hood. There could be someone in Peckham that's grown up and their mum's only got 1 ute. She's worked her whole life. The house is kitted out. Then do you get what I'm saying? That child hasn't had a certain struggle. Now me, I'm coming from, like, my mum had 4 kids, like single mum. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like growing up in the hood. Are you all right? But it's West London, so they might hear that person's from South and be like, all right, you're really from the ends, like you're really from the hood, the struggle. But it's like they haven't been through the struggles I've been through, because their mum only had 1 child. Do you understand what I'm saying? And had a little council flat and then worked her way up and got a good job. There's people like that in the hood. So they don't really experience the struggle like how other people experience it. All right, so then we've got immigration, poverty, fewer social supports, urgent need for shelter, identity, community. So that's a big one, the feeling of community, especially like when you've had loss, grief, bereavement, or trauma, or whatever, and then now it's like you've been given this community, and that's a lot of the time why people don't want to wake up and leave. Cults often present as free family. So yeah. And I think because I wasn't really recognized at the funeral, do you know what I'm saying? And everything changed so much, and I don't really feel like my voice was heard. And you know, Jason's family was like my family. And when I mean family, I'm talking about his mum, his brother, and his sister, and him, because that's how I knew his family. That was his family to me. So the family, you know, it was like I just lost that support network. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I was so effed up in the head. Then I've ended up in this church cult, and they're selling me a dream like family, this is your family, family, family. So prior extra or interpersonal trauma, survivors often seek meaning, safety, or absolution. This is often a clear gateway because cults promise healing, forgiveness, or special roles. Use platform safe phrasing suggestions below. So again, the absolution. So again, that's you know, abstaining from sexuality, intimacy. And you got to remember, a lot of these gal them are retired 304. So if they didn't have intimacy for the rest of their life, they've had enough for a lifetime. Like some of these gal them have been with over 100 men, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge, but don't come in the church now being all holier than thou and bringing down other girls because they haven't had the experiences like you. You're in such a hyper religious psychotic episode and state because you've had your back blown out by the whole of the UK, and now that you've had this traumatic space, now you're coming in there, and they're the worst ones because they're the most miserable when they end up in there. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. This has been a 3-hour live, guys. I'm glad that we had this time because I've been going through it. I've been going through it, bitch. I've been going through it. So I wanted to come on and just do like a proper live because it's been a while and let everybody know I'm all right. I'm gonna go and get some breakfast now. What else was I going to say? Guys, the recording's on YouTube, yeah? So if you want to go and watch it up on YouTube, you can go and watch it up again. It's a 3-hour live. So this is a good one if you're cleaning or you're feeling depressed. You can just put this on and have this play and jam. Because there'll be a lot of laughs in this as well because I've been talking a lot about Jason. All right, guys, I love you. I'll be back on a bit later. All right, love y'all. All right, YouTube, thank you so much for rocking with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, YouTube, you know, the support on here. And if you do watch it later, comment, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you later. I look a mess, but I'm in grief. Grief by trauma. Love y'all. See you later.